Yeah, buddy, and we're live on kaotic.com. It's Zig Zone. It's Monday. It's a manic Monday to top that off. Look at they're already chiming. Hey, Vicky. Vicky, she touched me. She touched base with me the other day. Yeah, saying, "Hey, what's up? Blah blah blah." So Vicky is in Indiana, so she's staying up late to get it. So we got Chris and up. Here she is. Excuse me, gotta clear my throat.
That's for Tiff,
That's
by
what
the way.
she said.
The ding dong. That's the doorbell for her.
So Bill, our guest tonight from California Distilleries, he already got fired. We said 30 seconds all quiet, and he just started jabbering his mouth. So Bill's fired for the night.
I think we forgot to tell him about that.
We are on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube. You can click on YouTube right now because I'm looking at us right now. See that? There is us right there. So we're on YouTube Live. You can hear all the
Bullshit.
crazy bullshit that goes on. Some of the music that we're gonna play, and I do have. I had a buddy of mine, Bobo, that said, "Hey, you know what? I want to do me a favor, play some Slayer." So I am going to play some Slayer. I'm going to wait a little bit because he is a truck driver, so he's probably like busy right now, and he should not be messing with his cell phone when he's driving. But I'm going to wait a little bit, and I'm going to play that for Bobo. Kaotic.com. What we're doing right now is it's going to be a podcast, so that way everybody can listen to it whenever they want. So Kaotic.com itself is going to be something that you're going to be able to view and listen to later. We will get to the point, because remember the studio has just been moved and it's been a horrendous effort. I am definitely glad that I didn't have to do it. But everything's we're 90% there, and I'm really giving props to Hefe and Bernard for doing being vigilant and being here every day. It can't be easy doing working a job and then coming here to the station and then doing more work. So, but we are 90% there, and I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome once we're 100% there. So let's all give. Oh, where'd you go, Bernard? Where'd you go, Bernard? There he is. All right, there's a man right there. All right, and
He's got his big shtick.
Get the big shtick. Get the hef too. And the Hefmeister. Hefe! Look at this. He looks like fucking Guido, if anything, right? All right. No, I'm telling you, Hefe and Guido, Hefe and Bernard have been kicking ass and taking names.
Guido, I just
got that. But, we are 90% there, and I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to everything that we have in the future, and there's going to be a lot of new things coming up with Kaotic.com. And but a lot of it is going to be a surprise. So just bear with us. But we are here tonight. Tonight we have Bill from
California Distilleries.
Very good.
Right up on
I
that.
guess I'm supposed to talk about.
Yes, there you are.
California Distilleries.
All right.
My radio voice. California Distilleries. No.
Tell us what you do, Bill.
We're actually a distillery. We're a small craft distillery in Temecula. We make a variety of alcohols, bourbon, whiskey, vodkas, things like that. But we spend a great deal of time doing things the old-fashioned way.
Yes, and we were actually talking about how it was distilled, and I was like, going, hey, you don't have to give away any secrets or nothing like that. And it's the first thing you say is like, oh no, we give tours and what have you. Did I say that right, or did I?
Oh no, you absolutely said it right. We do
Okay.
we do tours and tastings. We spend a great deal of time explaining to people that it's not some magic recipe or secret ingredient. We just do things the old-fashioned way, time-tested for hundreds of years.
Yeah, you don't use bullshit basically inside
Correct.
your booze. That's the bottom line. It's not shit.
Right.
It is all good stuff that's good for you and for a good buzz, right?
Good buzz plus.
And so, and of course, you're here. You're going to be actually mixing us a couple little special California distillery cocktails.
Have a couple of surprises for you this evening. Yes, I do.
All right, very nice. Well, I know that Bernard got a little taste, a little something earlier. So I'm looking forward to having a little bit myself. I know that Scott had brought in some whiskey,
Right.
right, from a California Distillery.
Corn
And now
whiskey.
I am not yet corn whiskey on top of that. That's like that's hick stuff right there. I am not a whiskey guy. I used to be, and I was telling Bill that there was a couple of those nights where I just had a little too much whiskey, and after that second one, the third time was not going to be a charm. But when Scott brought in, that's the first thing I said. He goes, "Oh, I brought some corn whiskey, from California Distilleries." I'm like, "Ooh, no, yeah, no." He's like, "No, you got to try this." All right, I'll try it. Tried it, loved it, and I'm telling you, this is the only whiskey that I've been able to actually consume in the last probably 15 years. So yes, more power to our California Distilleries for making something that I can get back into the whiskey business, or at least whiskey drinking business. So anyways, show us. I know you have a couple bottles.
Actually
here.
did. I brought the last remaining bourbon that we have in the world.
You don't
That's
know how many
because
people are looking
we
for
ha-
that shit.
We actually sold out, and that's a good thing, but it's still a problem. We have quite a few barrels aging, and hopefully in the next month or two, we'll be bottling some more. But for now, this is all there is. This is like my private stash.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna let you guys have a taste of this. A lot of people don't actually know how a good bourbon should taste.
Yes, Bernard. Yeah. Oh, look at Bernard. He's like, "Oh yeah, thumbs up."
2 or 3, yeah. So one of the things that you're going to find out about our alcohols is we spend a great deal of time taking things out of alcohol that you shouldn't be drinking. For instance, I'm going to get kind of basic. For those people that are the home brewers and the guys that know it, good for you, but other people don't know. When yeast eats sugar, they create ethanol. That's the alcohol that we want to drink, and that's called fermentation. However, like everything else in the world, they don't just create ethanol. They create a lot of other byproducts as well, like acetones and methanol and conagers that I don't personally think you should be drinking. But if you're familiar with the term parts per million, that means that based on the quantity and the volume of things that you're making, you can leave that stuff in. Like, for instance, so many grasshopper legs in a bag of corn is okay. Well, that's...
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, like, that same concept applies to commercial distilling. We, however, can smell it and taste it, so we want to take that out. So we spend a great deal of extra time and labor removing all those quote-unquote nasty additional byproducts that I don't really think people should drink. It's amazing when people come to visit us because it's almost like an educational experience on why does the alcohol taste the way it does. And a lot of ladies come in, they don't drink dark liquor. We change their minds. A lot of guys come in, they don't drink vodka, which you guys will be having tonight, and we change their minds.
Nice.
Because they're not used to drinking well-made alcohol. They've only ever had what's sold commercially in stores. It's like saying, well, there's no grandma that can make up apple pie, and you can buy something better in the frozen section at the store. So homemade liquor should be the same. Anyway, so here's a little sample of our bourbon. One of the things you're going to notice about all of our alcohols is that I tell people, smell of it.
Oh shit!
If you,
He's breaking
Hey,
the
guys.
studio already.
He hasn't even had any yet.
here you go, guys.
Here you go, Bernard.
This is me in soberness.
Look, I come. Just come on in. Come on inside
here's
here.
some
No,
more,
just
here's
stay
some
inside
more.
here and
Yeah.
join us.
Well, I got
All
some
right?
for the guys in the back as well. What I tell people is you smell, and when you open a bottle of anything, when you smell it, if it smells like a hospital, I probably wouldn't drink it because what you're smelling is acetone. And I don't think you're supposed to drink acetone.
Nope.
Personally. So when you smell that, first thing you're going to notice, it does not smell like a hospital. When you're going to get the oakiness, you're going to pick up the oakiness because to be called bourbon, it has to be made in America. That's America's donation to the world of alcohol. Champagne, France. Jalisco, Mexico gave us tequila. America is providing bourbon. So it's got to be made in America. It's got to be a minimum of 51% corn. Our bourbon is 85% corn. And it's got to be aged in new charred American oak. So we can only use a barrel one time. So what you're going to pick up on that when you have a smell is the oakiness from the wood and the barrel. When you taste it, you should get the sweetness from the corn. Should be very clean, very smooth. A really good mouth. You pick up the oakiness. You should pick up the vanilla and the caramel notes that come from the wood. We don't add coloring. We don't add flavoring. We don't add anything ever to our alcohols. It's all done the old-fashioned natural way. So, hope you enjoyed that.
All right, well, let's put our glasses here. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
All right, and let's. And I'm glad you explained that because that was my next question. Okay, what am I smelling? What am I, because I've never been like, because anytime you smell like whiskey or out of a bottle, you're just like, okay, well, let me get this over with. But this, yeah, you can actually smell the sweetness. You can smell the oakiness and like
And it doesn't
smoke.
smell like a hospital.
So, let me see. Wow, that is delicious. I've always, whenever I've drinking whiskey, I've always wanted to get it down the hatch, not sit there and let it float over my taste buds. That was actually, and yes, you can.
I like to sip
It's
it.
got a little bit of a sweet, like almost a cinnamony.
Well,
kind
that's
of,
because what it is it doesn't have any cinnamon in it, but what's happening is your taste buds are tasting things they're not used to tasting. So they're going to associate that with something that you really like. So we've had people tell us it tastes like chocolate, it tastes like, the only thing that you should get out of that is vanilla and caramel notes and the actual taste of the corn.
Wow, that's awesome.
And really smooth.
That's a really
No bad
really
aftertaste.
No. I'm actually just savoring the taste afterward. Usually it's like, oh my God, well, you have that
Okay.
you have that okay harshiness. You're like, oh my God, okay, I'm not gonna take a little swig of Coke because I don't want my boys to sit there and be like, oh, you pussy man, you can't drink whiskey, that right there. Can I show the front of that bottle right there? Let me see this, okay?
It's actually interesting because when you look at pictures like from the Roaring '20s in places, and you see women and older people drinking alcohol by the glass, and it's clear, or it's neat, or it doesn't have anything in it. People are like, man, they were tough back in the old days. No, not so much that they were tough. It's just that we made really good alcohol back in those days.
So, and now thinking about it, because you would think like your person, let's just say a modern day drinker.
Right.
All right. You would think that when you watch like movies of the old cowboy days and stuff like that, the alcohol would probably be very more harsher. But what you're saying is that this is old school. So this is actually what we would have been drinking had we been wearing a 6 shooter on our side. Am I correct?
That's sort of correct. Not necessarily, because a lot of times, depending on the little cow town that you went to, they might have mixed a variety of things in there to get more volume.
Oh, okay, got it. Cow piss.
You never know. That's why the Indians. Anyway. At any rate, but when it was made correctly, that's why when people say sipping whiskey, a lot of folks don't know what that is. But you guys just tried. That's sipping whiskey.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've never had sipping whiskey before.
And if you think it tastes good like that, let us make some cocktails for you.
Right. Oh, I'm all over for that.
So what we're going to do next is I'm going to actually ask you guys to do a taste of vodka, which is not something you would normally do with an American vodka.
Not unless you're Russian.
Well, and so again, one of the things you're going to notice from this is it doesn't smell like a hospital. That's the mantra that we have. I tell people, I promise you, I don't care what kind of alcohol it is. If you open it and it smells like a hospital, I wouldn't drink it.
Okay, so
which is going to screw up the whole freaking the public community commercial liquor place, because everything they got in there smells like a freaking hospital.
So Tiff chimed in and said California distilleries make some of the best products out there by far.
So you would never typically drink vodka like this.
Okay.
I got it. But if it's good vodka, Bernard, you want to taste this?
Bernard, where are you? Here he comes. He's running. Okay. So Dave Bianco's chiming in. So Dave
coming in
Bianco,
hot.
this taste is for you, buddy.
So what you should get from this vodka is when you smell it, again, it shouldn't smell like a hospital. When you taste it, though, you should get this silkiness on your tongue. You should pick a little hint of sweetness in the background. And that fast, it should be over, gone, nothing left over in your mouth, nothing nasty, no bitter aftertaste, almost like if you didn't have a drink.
Okay.
And that's what good vodka should do.
All right, so
I think a lot of people confuse
I'm going to
good
take this
vodka
shot
with,
for
like,
for
the fancy
Bianco,
stuff.
Lambert, John Public. Jordy's chiming in. Brian Walsh. We've got Sterling from Florida. Sterling, yeah, what's up, dude? And my buddy Mark Gehrig, and then Matt Gould. Hey, Matt, your tire came in today, by the way, dude. So I can put your tire on tomorrow if you want to come on in. So this is California Series vodka. I'm a vodka guy. And I don't ever drink, unless it's like Belvedere, I won't drink it straight. And even then, I add an olive to it. So I'm going to do this without an olive.
This is
and
good. So Belvedere was your old favorite vodka until today.
Until today. Okay, so here we go, guys. Cheers. All right. I mean, normally we're sitting here drinking tequila. So now
Yeah.
we've done whiskey, and oh my goodness, now it's vodka. All right. Wow. Wow.
I love the faces because
That is the best damn vodka I've ever had.
Oh my God. I agree. That was absolutely, and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
like I said, right?
The drinks are dangerous. I mean, some of the stuff that they make, they had what's that one that you put the oh no, that's your lemonade. The lemonade with the
the lemonade with the sweet tea.
Yeah.
The Angry Arnold.
that's like a
Angry Arnold.
that's a date rape drink right there. That's horrible.
Dave Ray.
No, I mean it's that bad. It's like if you could drink that shit like out in public and the cop wouldn't even know there was alcohol in it
Well, see,
because it doesn't smell like alcohol.
Actually, though, if you think about it, once upon a time ago, people used to drink vodka, businessmen, because it had no smell.
Yep.
Because you could drink vodka and nobody knew you were drinking.
I've heard
You
that,
can't-
but I've
you
never
can't do it-
seen that
you
like
can't
in
do that
vodka.
with commercial vodkas. You buy
Yeah,
at
because
the
it
store.
smells
yeah.
like.
You can do it
ew.
with that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Easily.
You could
This is
drink that and
super
nobody's
smooth.
going to know you've been drinking.
Easily.
Well,
wow.
except if you fall down.
I hope I'm not down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad program.
And so we got Bill K chiming in. So what's up, guys? Want to make sure I give everybody a shout out there. Dave Ross. Diesel Dave. And we got Chris Walsh. Dude, Chris, you're a vodka guy too. Chris, I'm telling you, dude, you've got to get some California Distillery vodka. You are going to just shit your pants when you taste this stuff, dude. I swear to God, never in my life have I ever tasted a vodka like that. So you and Christy, definitely going to have some of that stuff, man. So Matt Brown, and then, of course, we got, Josh Gould, the Gould brothers are all chiming in. And then Drew Spitolsky is chiming in from Big Bear. So thanks for chiming in, everybody. I'm trying to get everybody, give you all shout-outs while we're doing this. Sphinx! What's up, Sphinx? What are you doing, brother? Chris Hunter chiming in. We got the musicians chiming in. They're like going, now we know what to get to buy for band practice. So we're gonna see how it sneaks up on us a little bit later. So we still got a little ways to go. But, man, that was just... I'm blown away. I mean, what about you?
That's very good. The taste of it's like he was saying, silky. That really is the best way to describe it. Very, very little aftertaste. It's just like, I mean, that's the way vodka should be, I think.
And no harshness at all. No absolute bite. I mean, like a snake just bit you in the ass. It's just very, very smooth from the get-go.
What kind of
Let
vodka
it
you
sit
been
on
drinking?
my tongue. Well, definitely not the right one. Definitely not the right one. I hope you didn't run out of that vodka there, Bill.
Actually, know what I'm doing for you right now. I actually brought a bottle to leave with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
So what I'm doing right now is we're making what we call a mojito. This is a kickback like on a mojito because I love mojitos, rum mojitos, one of my favorite drinks in the world. This is our call on that because we don't make rum. But this is an absolutely amazing cocktail. So I'll make this one for you, and then I'll make everybody else one as well. I think that it changes the dynamics of the world.
Oh, look at that. Got the mint leaf in there. Oh my goodness. Let me get
You want a little straw?
No straws.
No, here's a straw. You get a straw.
No, I'm good.
It's a
Mixer.
It's a mixer. It's a cocktail thing.
Okay.
Stir, stir, stir.
I just don't want the fucking tree huggers to sit there and
They're fine. They're fine.
No,
This is organic.
More straws.
No,
please.
This is
That's only Santa Barbara.
This is organic plastic.
Biodegradable.
Sure it is.
It's corn based.
It's made out of hemp.
I promise. Yeah, there you go. It's hemp. It's a hemp plastic.
You can eat it.
All right. So
It's
here's
edible.
here's my mojito. Got the mint leaves in there, and he's got this little ingredients in there. Oh yes, I'm trying to wave at everybody. I'm waving at you. All right, Linda Olson. Wow, that's back from my high school. And then Sean Sibley. What's up, Sean? Back from my high school days. So I'm gonna wait till you guys all get yours. Hey, can you do me? Hey, Drake, do me a favor. Grab me another beer, Drake.
All of Zig's friends from high school are like, hey, remember that guy who used to get all fucked
Drake's
up in
here?
high school? Here he is. He's on the
I didn't
air
see
getting
Drake.
fucked up again.
Where's he
Right?
hiding?
Look at this. Fucking Zig hasn't changed, man. Just now he's on the radio instead of at the park. Oh my God. Not only on the radio, but on the radio with like a top freaking distillery. I'm telling you, this stuff is freaking amazing. I'm already blown away. Thank you, Bernard. Appreciate that, brother. Oh man, just loving this stuff. Okay, so we're almost there. What's up, Seth? He's jelly. This guy. Oh, your bike caught on fire today, Seth. Just want to let you know. So. No. I gotta get his bike ready for the PDW. You have to bring your own bike, and you have to ride a motorcycle. That's part of the thing in the PDW. But it's cool because we're at a racetrack, so it's awesome. So everyone's got theirs. Yep, you got yours.
Speaking of bikes, I saw a new
I
one
can
today.
just smelling it. I mean, it's sitting right here in front of me.
It's
dude.
the mint because he's like
My-
crushing it and he smacks it and shit and it gets all that
You spank
aromatic.
it.
Yeah, watch what he does.
Let me see this.
You gotta spank it. No, so let me put a shout out to my bro Drew. He's our bar manager. So he actually spent some time this afternoon instructing me on how to make this.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Give it a little
And he said,
spanky.
you gotta spank it because it opens it up. And I'm like, okay. So that's like a lot of other things.
But that's why you're smelling it right now because that's all I could
Yep.
smell. I'm right next to it. It's like
No, but I'm like,
Yeah, I've heard
like a mint
like
forest
before,
in
like
here.
you have to use the mortar and pestle to crush it, but like spanking it's gonna basically like activate everything that's in there. by doing
Absolutely.
that.
Okay.
It kind of gives
And so
it.
you're still going through steps
not
here,
put it in
Bill.
a
You're
blender.
still. I mean, you done the mint. Now you're doing something else.
Well, yeah,
Nice.
and you added something.
He
Now
actually explained to me that I had to do all the really cool, fun stuff before I added the ice. So now I'm adding the ice, so it'll be cold because it just tastes better cold.
Some of the mint leaves fell in my mouth.
Oops.
oh.
Are you already sipping before we're ready, man?
No, I was eating the mint leaf.
Oh, okay.
No, he sees a leaf and he's got to eat it
Right?
or smoke it. One of the two.
Oops.
If she's
Can
got
you
hairy
smoke mint?
armpits, she's got to do her.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my God, you don't know where
Hope
I've
you
been
guys,
all
hope you
weekend.
guys
Okay.
enjoy that because it's
Where's
really-
yours?
I'm driving all the way back down to Temecula tonight.
Oh,
But
okay.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got your Sky? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Very good. And JJ's got his. All right. So I'll actually, so we won't put it on me. I'm gonna. Scott's already had this stuff. So let's see what the JJ's reaction is. So here we go. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Mojito.
That's good.
Oh
Tastes
my
like Sprite.
God! You've got to be shitting me, dude.
Isn't that great? Very refreshing drink, but you saw it. There's a lot of freaking. It's got some balls.
That, dude, you know what? My girl does not drink. Once in a great while, she might have a cocktail. Okay, once in a while. Because they're harsh, and she doesn't like this. I swear to God,
because you're drinking shitty fucking liquor.
Well, I know. I'm realizing that tonight. That's what tonight is about.
Exactly.
So when you have
I swear to God, dude. All she needs is one of these. Oh man, I'll be getting some snoo. Been a long time.
That's our job. We are here for men of the world.
Oh,
they will all say
geez.
thank you.
Holy cow, dude! This is.
No, there's no bite.
This is like oh my God! It's like just I can see myself sitting on a beach right now in a chair with my feet in the water.
I spend a lot of time because I'll go to parties and places and people be making these, and I'm like, I'll see some pretty gnarly looking cats, and I'm like, hey bro, I know that drinks like Kool-Aid, but that ain't Kool-Aid. Oh no, I got this, bro. I'm like, no, really, you seriously don't got this.
Oh, then they have like 4 or 5 there. Like, oh.
Yeah. I've seen a guy get his bike towed by AAA and 4 of his friends take him to the van.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Now, Ken,
Tastes just like candy.
Really? I mean, literally, Bill, I could actually sit here and just keep consuming these things and end up, like.
Well, that's because
it's called Uber.
No, you need to think that drinking alcohol, for some reason in our society, it's changed, right? It should be something that you look forward to. Your mouth should water. It should be refreshing. It should be something that I go, I can have a drink and I'm not going to be thirsty anymore, and it's really good. You can't do that with commercially made alcohol today. I mean, I'm sorry, and there's probably going to be a lot of people that are going to call in and complain and say, oh, that's bullshit, but I'm just going to tell you, go to the liquor store and try it. Open a freaking bottle and smell it. We have so many people come to our distillery and they buy bottles and take them home. And then we get emails or Facebook messages or phone calls going, dude, you guys suck because I can't drink any of your alcohol in my house now. Well, because they've never had anything to compare it to because it all smells the same.
Right.
And now here's an alcohol that doesn't smell like ass. It doesn't smell like you should be freaking getting surgery. It's quite nice.
Yeah. Now, can people order online? Yeah.
We actually had that set up with a really cool company, but we couldn't support it. We're actually in the process of opening another place just down the street up here in Colton. It's 8,000 square feet, so we can increase production. We're looking for another bigger place also down in Temecula. The biggest problem that we have is production. We can't make enough.
Did you just say that you're going to be open up a warehouse in Colton?
Yes.
Oh, motherfucker. Yes,
that's right next door.
Right next door to my shop. Oh, my goodness.
Yes,
okay, so now
we can just pipe it straight to the shop.
Here's what's going to happen. See, normally I drink, the Blue Boys. Okay. Yep. This is band practice drinks, right? I might have to get me a cot. Because if you're gonna be next to my shop, baby, I'm stocking up.
You know where the Colton Plaza is?
Yes, I do.
So right across the street is Liam's Irish Pub.
Yes, Liam's. Oh yeah, it's right over at Walmart.
Well, we're in that shopping center.
Oh, geez, that's right on the side.
We're right behind Ross, and so you got the RV center right there.
Yeah.
So we'll be the very first distillery at all in the state of California in a commercial shopping center.
Now, is it going to have a tasting room too?
We'll have a tasting room. We'll do all that. We'll have all the same stuff like we have in Temecula, but just on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
And then all the stills that we have there, I actually have some pictures if you guys want to see on how things look up in Colton.
Okay, yeah.
We've got some pretty cool equipment up there.
Yeah, because I've seen a couple of bands over Liam's. Miss Wendy used to play
actually, we actually a year or two ago we actually sponsored their 4th of July party. I mean, not the 4th of July, but their St. Patrick's Day party.
Oh, did you?
That was a good time. So here's a couple of the stills that we have actually in Colton right now, ready to fire them up and work.
Wow, I don't know if you can actually see, but look at this. That is it. It's a trip. All the piping and stuff that is involved in it. I mean, how do you figure that shit out? And I mean, how did you actually get into this whole thing, Bill?
All right, so little history about our family. So,
it's the family thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole spiel.
Yeah, our family's been making alcohol for almost 300 years.
Oh shit!
We've been making it illegal for the last 3.5.
Nice.
So, yeah, you can find little places across America. You can find places in Georgia, Alabama, Virginia, little like museums and historical landmarks and things from our family where they got arrested for alcohol making and did stuff. We actually, if you look in NASCAR magazine, you know that little company NASCAR. I don't know if a lot of people have heard of it, but it's kind of big in the South.
Right.
Page 161 on their yearly magazine, that full page ad is just us. The first printing was 12 million copies. I think they're under a fourth printing now.
Wow.
Because that's kind of, a lot of people don't understand where NASCAR came from. NASCAR came from bootleggers.
Moonshine running.
Yeah, they were running liquor, and they'd get together on Sunday and get drunk and talk shit about whose car was faster than another one.
And then they race.
That's where NASCAR came from.
Yes, I definitely.
And if you look at our advertisement in the magazine, it actually says something like that: steeped in racing history. So yeah, so we can trace father teaching son from my son, who's my business partner, from him all the way back. We can go back to 1731.
Wow.
And my son is the very first grown-up adult male in our family that never sold illegal liquor.
No shit.
Yep. As a matter of fact, and you want to hear another cool little thing, is my daughter, his older sister, is the very first female distiller in our family.
Nice.
Really?
We were doing a legal thing, and she found out there's only 3 or 4 women in the world considered master distillers, and she looked at me and she said, "Is that right?" As a matter of fact, all the alcohol you guys are drinking, my daughter made.
Sweet.
Nice.
She's a really good distiller.
That is awesome.
And there obviously there's an art form too.
Well, you go.
Distilling.
We build all of our alcohol by taste and smell. I mean, a lot of the major, when you look at commercial distilling, like anything else that's commercial, it's manufacturing, assembly line stuff. It's based on volumes and percentages and temperatures and those kind of things. And I'm sorry, but that's not the way nature works.
And they want a lot of consistency in how they do it too. So
Yeah,
it's more mechanical.
It's almost like some of those big coffee places that if you go to them, like I'm not a big fan of those because their coffee tastes burned.
Yeah,
and then I found out that they actually burn their coffee on purpose so it tastes the same all the way wherever you go in America. Like, so you purposely make your coffee taste like ass, so everybody will.
But then they put sugar and milk and everything else in it. So.
But with commercial manufacturing, it's kind of like they can't do the things that we do. It's just not possible. There's not that many people working there to be able to do that. So we capture all of our alcohol a half a gallon at a time. We taste and smell every half a gallon of every gallon that we make. And if it doesn't meet, there's different types of, this is good, this is not good. And then once we go through that, then people will come and say, hey, Pop, what do you think about this? Is this one okay? This one not okay? And then from there, we use that to make whatever we're going to make, vodka or brandies or bourbons or whiskeys or whatever that may be.
Which is strange. I know you see me I'm waving at everybody. We've got a ton of people like chiming in right now on Facebook. The screen keeps more and more. There's another one. They keep coming in. What's up, Allie? See now I hit a brick wall.
We were talking about really good alcohol made by California distilleries. Temecula. That's me.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't know where you're going.
Oh my. Okay, that was my question. Now, if you have, like, say you sat there and you tasted, you tasted it, and to you like, nope. What happens?
I just, not that I'm going to throw my family under the bus, but I love you guys all. Y'all know that, right? But there was one time, there was some members when they were just starting to understand how to do this. And I left them there overnight to do some stuff. And they said they had it. And I came the next day and they gave me a bottle and they said, "What do you think?" And I said, "That's ass. Pour that shit out and do it again."
Wow.
It was a whole pallet.
Just done.
It was a whole pallet. Redo it. Pour it back in, redo it.
Wow.
It's not good. We actually, when we first started this, we actually had sent a bunch of bourbon out all over Southern California. And we got a phone call, and we were just starting. We don't know how this legal thing works. And, I don't know how you're supposed to be with people. So we're just trying to figure it out as we move along.
Right.
When we first started. And we got a phone call from somebody going, "Dude, I had your bourbon. It was bad. It sucked really bad." And I was like, "Really?" So I went to our distributor and we recalled every freaking bottle. I paid every liquor store at every bar. I gave them all back their money and we went and got that shit. And we brought it back and come to find out the moron that had called in and said that was exactly a moron, had no freaking idea what he's talking about.
No way.
However, which we thought was going to be our death. Because of that, all the liquor stores, the bars, the restaurants went, California Distilleries does not fuck around. If they think it's bad, they take it back.
Yep.
So it was a
Reputation.
bad for good.
It actually worked out into our favor really, really well. So, it's quality is a big deal with us. I mean, if you're going to put your family name and your livelihood and your love and everything into it, and we've got, like I said, we're a little family business, so everybody works there. Literally. They don't get paid so much, but they all work there.
Well, because I can see that because I own my own business. I have a motorcycle shop, which, again, like I said, is right near going to be your new facility. And I'm the same way. I have a 5-star business. If you go on Yelp, it's 5 stars. Or Google or whatever else. What's the other one? Bing or whatever, right? Yeah. But I am the same way, Bill. When it comes to working on people's bikes, I will only do. See, he's spanking it. He's spanking the mint.
Spanking your minty.
Oh, you almost got me excited. But I'm the same way, Bill. I mean, I refuse to put shit on someone's motorcycle. It's kind of hard to do the. Describe it in a distillery sense, but let's just say that if someone
I got a bike. Trust me, I understand.
Okay, so very good. So what do you have? What do you ride?
I have a Harley. I have a '99 Wide Glide that's got 167,000 miles on it.
Okay, nice. Very good. So I have a 2000 Wide Glide.
Very few people do I let touch my bike.
Okay, very good.
And if I do, then it has to be somebody like you that I freaking have complete total trust in.
Very good.
Yeah, he's been doing his whole fucking life, so.
So let's say like a sport bike that has a chain drive. So now I got people I price them on a chain. I say, look, I only use EK Gold Series SRX chains. I will not use anything else. And it's $120 for the chain. And people are like, I can get one for like $60. Well, then I'm not going to put it on. I mean, for reals. You mean if I buy the chain, you won't put it on? No. I've had people show up at my shop with this inferior chain, and I'm like, no, I'm not putting it on.
He told me one time when I needed a chain, he's like, don't come in here with a crappy chain and ask me to put it on.
So let me explain. I 100% understand that and agree with it, because we've had people show up at our distillery selling grains and botanicals and things like that. We can get you sucrose and fructose and all these kind of things that are way less expensive. Your margin's going to be so much better. I said, but our alcohol's going to suck, and it's going to be like everybody else's. So, no, we're not going to do that. We actually spend the extra money for the extra stuff. I mean, and it matters. And at the end of the day, when someone comes up to you and says, oh, my God, thank you, because this is amazing, and I couldn't have got it anyplace else, that was worth every freaking thing that you did.
Right.
Same thing for us. When people come in there, it's really neat because it's our job. But you get to spend some time with folks and explain to them, because a lot of folks have never ever had an education about alcohol. They only know what they watch on TV or somebody's told them. And if the hot chick with the blue jeans is in there selling that whiskey, it must be the best whiskey that's ever made in America.
Right.
Even though nobody can tell me what brand that is when I asked them, but they know who she is.
This is true, right?
But it's not about that. It's about, the little things. And so now what you're seeing is the big guys. They're starting to try to do what we do, but they really can't. Not and produce it at the size and the weight that they typically do. There's a lot of laws that have been made, and people are trying for us not to be successful.
Okay, well, I'm telling you right now, Bill, I'm looking at, I've already got, there's 5 orders right now. So what we need to do, they're like, okay, well, what do we do? How will we get it?
Any Total Wine and More in the state of California.
Okay, so now...
Any Total Wine and More in the state of California. They carry all of our products locally in the Temecula area, all the bars, liquor stores, restaurants, Bevmo, Albertson.
Oh, so Bevmo, good. Okay, now Bevmo, Albertsons. Okay, good. So something a little more popular that people would understand.
Yeah. So Total Wine and More is a really, if you've never been there, and I'm going to give them.
They're better than Bevmo.
I'm just going to.
Okay, Total Wine and More. Yeah.
They're that's like Disneyland for grown-ups with alcohol.
Yeah, it's you go in there and you'll be, ooh, what's that? I've never seen that.
They have beer bars and wine bars inside the liquor store.
Tastings.
Do they?
Tastings.
Oh yes.
No, you pay them a penny so you can have all the tastings that you would like, because they can't give it away free. It's illegal. It's against their license. But if you pay for it, they can freaking give you.
You give them a penny, literally a penny.
You give them a penny.
That's it.
And you stand at the beer bar or wine bar and do tastings.
That is funny. I did not know that.
And some of them give away. There was some beer distillery or whatever beer brewer that was giving away samples, and I bought a 6-pack of theirs. And with that, they're giving away all these free swag and stuff like that too. So. Yeah.
It's a really, and I hope
it's a cool thing.
By the way, Total Wine and More, all you general managers who carry my stuff, thank you, but I'm giving you a big ass plug right now.
Right.
Yep.
So Chris Walsh says, I'd rather drink whiskey that some ugly chick is promoting. Well, I'll tell you what, Chris, man, I'm not an ugly chick. I'm an ugly ass motherfucking dude. But I tell you, man, you gotta go to Bevmo.
Total Wine and More.
Albertsons.
Albertsons and Corona, lots of we're like I said, we're small. Once we get the bigger facilities open, then people are going to see us in a lot more places.
Yes, and the company is California
Distilleries, right?
Okay.
With a K.
With a K.
With a K.
Yes.
Like Kaotic Radio.
Like Chaotic Radio.
Exactly.
See, we got something in common, Bill. Right? I love that, dude.
We do.
It's fucking awesome, man. I love this guy. And I'm telling you right now, and it's not, and trust me, it's not just because he's on the air with us. This shit is absolutely amazing.
Well, they're getting their second and third drink. So.
Oh yes, I mean he's sitting here smacking,
it can't be that bad.
My mojito. Okay. Oh, let's you hear the smack.
Spank it.
Spank that baby. Oh my god. I can't stop thinking about Otsko right now. Just tasting this because she doesn't drink. One of the reasons she doesn't drink is she doesn't like the taste of alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You
man.
can't taste the alcohol. That's the wonderful thing about this.
You know what?
Actually, that's not true.
You can taste it, but it's not harsh.
You do taste the alcohol. It just doesn't taste like what you think it's supposed to taste like.
Like
it
rubbing
doesn't
alcohol.
taste like something from a bar.
If we take the alcohol out of that, it won't taste the same.
Yeah. And if you know what, I'm sure there's probably plenty of bars that stock, you know.
Yeah,
But do they have to be like go to Temecula or is it, it's?
Oh no, we've got for instance, Liam's carries our products.
Okay. Then there you go. They're in Colton, right there across from Walmart.
And I don't know if you know this, but Spectators right down the street over here.
And in Rancho.
Oh yeah.
The sports bar.
Yeah.
So they're going to be carrying it, but the owners that own Liam's also own Spectators.
Okay.
So I'm giving them shit because they don't have my fucking crap there yet. But they're going to have it now because I just put them on the radio.
and I'm telling you right now, I'm definitely feeling a little warm right now too.
See, it's amazing, right?
It's very smooth.
But see, that's the other thing too. Is a lot of people, if you ever seen on TV or you've read in books and things about how to take a shot, it warms you up. And people normally go take a shot because it burns like ass, but it doesn't warm you up. That's warming you up.
Yes.
It not? It's giving you a warm, freaking cozy fuzzy down here.
Yes, it is.
You're not like you need some air conditioner because that's what it's supposed to do because we take all those chemicals and things out. Like, for instance, there's a federal law, so I don't want to break the law. So I'll just tell you what the law says. The law says that because of all that stuff I told you guys that we take out of our alcohol, because of that, I'm not allowed to tell you that if you drink my alcohol, you won't get sick or get a hangover because I'm not a medical professional. So I will never say that to anyone, but that's what the law says I can't say.
Well, you know what? I'm going to back you up on that.
Accepted.
I'm all over that.
That's true. Like, remember the tequila we had after that track day that
yes,
time? Like, the better it is, the less hangover you have.
I was actually going to mention my brother, my son's Nino. He came back he brought some a family. And they don't sell it. They only make it for family.
Oh yeah.
And it's a tequila and it's aged for like years and years and years or
so
whatever.
It's an añejo.
I guess.
Yeah. So they got 3 different kinds. They got the white ones, the blancos, the reposados, and añejos.
Yes.
And the añejos are the oldest ones that are barrel aged, typically for years and years and years.
Yes, and one bottle. I mean, and it wasn't a big bottle. I mean, it was probably about the same size bottle as this. It's like $500. You know,
ours is not $500.
I know that. But
I will give them 2 for $5.
But he was like, okay, you know, I saved this bottle for a special occasion and with the boys. You know, we're at the track, so he's like, oh no, I'm gonna open this bottle, and I'm telling you, it was just the tequila was just so smooth, and I'm like, going, wow. Now I understand the difference. But we did, like you said, we drank that whole bottle, and then, of course, several beers. Woke up, no hangover.
Yeah, well, see, we spend a lot of time talking to people about tequila. Some of my best friends in the world make some really good tequila. For me, tequila is like any other really fine alcohol, scotch or whiskey. You know, like there's Japanese whiskeys, which is pretty much scotch. I don't know if you guys know that. The Japanese whiskeys, the Sakuris and Yaks, those are all scotch. Because back in whenever, the dude from Japan, he went to Scotland and learned how to make whiskey, and he took that back. So all those Japanese whiskeys, and there's some really good ones now, really good ones, is basically scotch. You just can't call it scotch because it's made in Japan.
Nice.
But, you know, bourbons and whiskeys and ryes. So tequila for me falls in that same category, you know. If I got to put salt and lime on it to drink it, I don't want it.
Yeah, don't
Right,
do
right, yeah.
It's not the way it was intended, you know. That's like saying, I'm going to eat some fried eggs, but I need to dump a lot of ketchup on there.
Right.
And some mustard and stuff, because I don't want to taste them fucking eggs.
Yeah, when we do our shots here
True.
of tequila, we do it just raw. We no training wheels.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, because people they should spend a great deal of time doing things and manipulating that liquid to give you a flavor profile that they want you to have.
Well, yeah, you don't want to disguise it. You want to taste what it's supposed to taste like,
But a
and
lot of
enjoy
people, but a lot of the commercial folks don't want you need some salt. You need a lot of salt.
Right. Right.
And it's just like we actually had a couple come to our distillery one day because we make a lot of cocktails. There are a lot of varieties of stuff. Like I said, Drew, our bartender, we got some folks that come in there. They show us how to make really cool stuff. Couple came in and said, "Hey, would you like to drink?" Blah blah blah. And he said, "Yeah, I'll have a bourbon and Coke." And I said, "Yeah, no." He goes, "You don't have Coke?" I said, "Oh yeah, we got Coke." He goes, "But you're not going to make a bourbon and Coke?" I said, "No, my bourbon. No, fuck no. If you want to get drunk on Coca-Cola, you can go to any bar in this town and get drunk on Coca-Cola. But you ain't doing it in my freaking
You're drinking my bourbon straight.
Well, you don't have to drink it straight. We're not putting freaking Coca-Cola.
You're not going to fuck that shit up.
The whole reason for the Coca-Cola is to cover up the bad bourbon.
To hide the flavor and the burns, the sugar and all that crap that hides it. And you guys tasted it. You don't have to hide that.
No, not at all.
As a matter of fact, it's almost a shame to hide that.
You know, I'm definitely going to admit, I'm definitely going to agree with you that I'm definitely buying some bottles. And I will not mix any of this stuff. I mean, but although I do, I need to know how to make this stuff. Because I'm going to make this for my girl. But that's vodka, I will drink the vodka straight.
Actually, if you like vodka martinis.
Yes, I do.
That'll knock, that's.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then you know what you need to do is you need to get some. They're called Castellavero olives. I don't know if you've ever seen those before.
No.
Got introduced to those by a bartender in Hollywood. We're doing an event up there. Best freaking olive I've ever had in my life. I will send you the picture of them because once you taste them, it's like you'll never buy any other kind of olive. I didn't know there was different kinds of olives.
Well, remember I told you about tamalives.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and I got the tamalives too because.
Have you ever had a tamale?
What the fuck is a tamale?
It's a green tomato that's
the size of an olive.
The size of an olive,
And
but you put it in a drink, and it's just fucking amazing.
It's
my dad would always have them, you know, just randomly in his drink. He was like a gin and tonic guy.
It's pickled like an olive.
Yeah, it's pickled like an olive, but it's amazing. You just eat it by itself. It's just
they're really good.
It's wonderful.
So we have to come back just so we can do really cold drinks again.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, but I'm gonna say no. You know.
You could have some other special guests here, and we'll just make drinks behind us so everybody has a good time.
Yeah, we got to get Drew in here though.
Oh yeah, Drew's the guy. Drew, what's up,
I can
dude?
make some crazy fucking
Apparently,
drinks.
we missed out on you.
Yeah,
so, Drew, he's our bar manager, and he can make some people because we have a menu when you come in that you can order off of, and people that know Drew never order off the menu. They go,
make me something.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's done that for me. I mean,
him and his girl come in here all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, what's dangerous is they're in Temecula, and it's like right up the street from where Tiff is at now. We're moving this Friday, but we won't be that far. But yeah, no, it's dangerous. You get in there, and you're just like, oh. Okay.
Can you make something that does this? I want it spicy or sweet or sour. Can you make it spicy, sweet, and sour? Just like, okay.
Nice. I
Yeah.
love that. That's because it's an art form. I mean, for reals. I mean,
No, it is. It is really. It's, you know, and another shout out to my guy Drew. We love him. He's like family. He's the adopted son. But he's probably the only bartender that I'm aware of in Southern California that's worked at a winery, a brewery, and a distillery.
Wow.
So there you go, bud. I'm not giving
I-
you a pay raise now.
we heard a motorcycle. How can we hear a motorcycle in this building?
That was cool.
I don't know. It would
Right,
always
right?
happen out in the old building. But
Was that did you Brian? Did you fart? Oh, okay. That's what it was. Becky Davis, one of my bosses from Ride Right motorcycle training. She's watching too. Becky, next Christmas Ride Right Christmas party, you California Distillery. I'm telling you, and I'm sleeping at your house. I'm gonna crash out on the couch because definitely I will definitely be a little bit inebriated. I do want to, I don't know, Bobo. You need to say you're chiming in, but I'm not seeing you chiming in, so I'm not going to sit there and play the Slayer that you wanted me to until I see that you're chimed in. So, Bobo, that's all on you. But I mean, there's 3 more orders. There's 3 more orders, dude. I mean, here you go. So there's 8. So there's not orders, but I'm gonna get me some.
Yeah.
Just go to the Total Wine & More or the Bevmo or
Come and visit us. Come
Yeah,
to
come
Come to
the Temecula.
Now, when is the Colton place going to be open?
All things remain constant in the next couple of months. There's just we're like at the finish line. It's mostly on me. We got some inspections with the city, but they're not a big deal. It's just about getting things cleaned up, getting things put in place, getting people trained.
Right.
That's just going to take a few weeks.
You're going to be close to your buddy now,
My buddy
Scott,
Scott.
the other distiller around, the only other distiller around.
Oh, you're talking about up in Redlands.
Redlands, yeah.
Isn't his name John?
I thought it was Scott.
I think it's John.
The guy I met was Scott.
Okay.
All I care about is Bill.
I don't know. I'm just
You
saying.
should only care about Bill.
I'm not trying to Scott or John or fucking Will
no.
or Bill or
What he was telling me that there's only like 2 distilleries in California. So, and it's
well,
it's
Bill-
on the other one. I'm not
Bill's
going to mention
one
them.
of Now, also, since their facility is in Temecula, I'm just telling you, you could actually do for you riders. They could do this. You guys could actually, get a hotel in Temecula. There's a lot of riding around Temecula. There really is. You can go to breakfast in Julian, and then be back in Temecula in probably about 3 hours. You can, and there's a lot of mountain. It's Temecula. It's kind of like centered and surrounding Temecula. There's a lot of good roads. So you can get a hotel, ride to Temecula, get a hotel, and then go to California Distilleries and enjoy a few, cocktails. Oh, he said cock and tail at the same time.
Cocktail.
Right?
Yeah. Now the one thing I'm sure
am I
he's
right, Vijay's over here. Almost, he's just enjoying his fucking drink.
the only thing that I'm sure they'll tell you when you go there. The first thing, the newcomers that aren't members, if you get a membership, then you can drink as much as you want there. When you first go there, you get a tasting. They do the thumbnail tastings of all their drinks, and then they give you 2 drinks, and it's only $10 each person. You get 2 cocktails and then a tasting of each of their stuff. So it's cheap as hell. But I mean, that's all they can legally serve you in that first visit. If you keep coming back and get a membership or whatever, then you can get as much as you want, or you could just buy their alcohol outside or you could just go in there and purchase a bottle. You just can't consume it on the property, but worth a visit.
Which is my point. So you sit there and you go to Temecula, you do your tasting, you pick and choose which one you want. You go back to your hotel room, and you party your fucking ass off.
Yeah, you take a bottle home and then
and then or then there's 3 pool halls that I know of in Temecula, and you go to until they want to advertise. I'm not going to say their name. But you can sit there and then have a few cocktails at your hotel, go play some pool, and go back to the hotel, have a couple more, go back, play some more pool, or go bowling. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But, I mean, that'd be a nice little road trip for, all my, rider family out there. Take a ride out and then make sure you bring your bagger.
Your drink
or at least
minimum,
a backpack. If you're on a sport bike,
your drink minimum.
bring a backpack
Oh, yeah.
because I can
the
guarantee
story.
that when you leave, you are going to leave at least 3 or 4 bottles. So make sure you'll be able to pack that stuff back to your house. But what I was saying, Bill, is that I was talking to my rider family out there since I'm a motorcyclist,
Right.
and I was saying, hey, until the Colton place is open, there's a lot of stuff around, a lot of roads around Temecula. I says, you can get a hotel in Temecula, get up, on Saturday, and go to California Distilleries, do a little tasting. Buy some bottles, go back to the hotel room, play some pool, and then on Sunday morning get up and then ride to Julian for breakfast.
There's also another way we can do this.
Okay, let's hear it.
See,
I'm all ears.
I'm all about helping out my friends. If you call us in advance and schedule a private event.
Oh.
So you say, hey, there's going to be 5, 12, how many of us there are. We're going to schedule a little section just for you. And we're going to get everybody's upfront information in advance. Now it's considered a private event. You can drink as much as you want. And we have local beer and local wine as well.
We're in.
Sold! That's almost like soccer.
So we don't provide food there, but we can.
Right.
Or what I tell people, because I'm not going to charge for food. That's not the business I'm in. I'm in the liquor business.
Right.
But you can order it. You can bring it in if you want us to, because we know a lot of chefs and catering people. We can put you in touch with them. They can make something fantastic for you. Whatever is easier for you that makes you want to hang out and party. And we've got karaoke and Jenga and all kinds of crazy shit. We got like the grown-up giant Jenga set. It's like
really?
It's like fucking 2x4s that are.
Oh, nice! I love Jenga, dude. That is such an awesome game.
So that's also because we're Irish, so everything in our world is about betting and challenging people. So if you want to bet, you don't have to. But if you say, I want to take the bet with the Jenga set, we say, okay, here are the rules, and we tell you what the rules are. And if you can get it so that it's 30 levels high, then your next drink's free.
That's a lot of levels.
No, it's not, because it starts out at like 17 or 18.
Okay.
Challenge is on, JJ.
But if it falls, you got to buy a bottle.
Nice.
That's
They're probably gonna want to do that anyway.
Jeez. Oh darn.
Well, see, that's a funny thing I tell people. See, most of the rules we have are all about Bill, because I go, okay, because if I went to a place like that, I'm going to buy a bottle anyway. So all you did is give me an opportunity to get a free drink.
Right.
That's how that works.
It's a win-win situation for everybody.
And we have this giant Connect 4, which I thought was stupid. You'd be surprised how many grown-up people come in there for hours and play Connect 4. And there's just a lot of stuff. And like I said, it's all about grown-up people having a good time. We don't do drama at all, ever. It's not allowed. So.
Well, you seem like a very laid-back character. I got a good vibe from you right when I first walked in, because I looked at you, and I said, you must be my guest. And
I was going to run, but I didn't. Because he's a scary-looking guy. People I've never seen him before. The typical biker.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's he can tell you we don't do drama there, ever.
Oh no.
No.
What's funny is there's no bullshit. Like if you want to tell a funny joke, there's no like hurt feelings or any of that bullshit.
We're not politically correct. They tell dead baby jokes, black jokes, Irish jokes, Mexican
as it should
jokes.
be. It's like
but it's about having a good time. And keep in mind, there's a difference between being mean and having a good time.
Right.
And if I got to explain that to you, you don't need to be there.
Right. Okay.
It's a very nice place to just walk into. Everybody knows you there. It's it's cool.
Yeah, one of the biggest compliments we ever had, and I'm going to tell you guys, because one of the things we're looking at doing, we're going to relocate, because it's going to have a restaurant and all that kind of stuff when we get the bigger place in the Temecula area, is that we're looking what we're going to name it, right? Because you got to have a name.
Right.
And we had some folks visiting from Georgia. And it was a big group. There was about 28 or 30 of them. And the lady said, you guys should name it the front porch. I said, why? She goes, because since we've been in here, we felt so comfortable, like we were sitting on your front porch having drinks with you.
Nice.
And
nice.
That's a really good vibe for people to have, if they can have that kind of thing when they come in there. Everybody's relaxed. Everybody's welcome, having a good time.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, Vince Gribba, he's one of the instructors that I work with. Vince Vojito. I'm telling you, dude. Well, see, Vince is retired. You retired, some bitch.
Well,
He was just down in I think Temecula. I think you were at Pachanga or whatever one's down that way.
There's
you
Pachanga.
know?
There's.
I'm telling you, Vince. Yes. You got when next time you're down there at the casino chilling out, you got to go to California Distilleries and enjoy yourself.
Actually, we're in the casino too.
Oh, you are? See? There you go. See that, Vince? It's a win-win situation for you, brother. We've got Heffelfinger. Yeah. What's up, Richard? He chimed in and said, I'm sad I had to take off early now. Cheers. Oh, he's leaving us early. Okay. And then my buddy Larry Misman. What's up, Larry? I'm trying to make sure I appreciate you guys chiming into the show and listening and what have you. So I try to get the best I can to get everybody acknowledged. Shit, I hit a brick wall again. God damn it.
That happens a lot with you.
I swear to God, man.
We need the brick wall print. The bricks that we had behind us before.
The bricks aren't there anymore.
We'll replace them with some real bricks.
Oh, I think that Vince that just said I'll be there next Saturday.
Nice.
Let me
Come on
see.
down.
It was Vince. There you go, Vince. Make sure you mention my name. Make sure, Zig at Kaotic Radio. Yeah, I'm here. So there you go, Vince. See, I had a question for it. God damn it. Oh, that's right. So how big is the? I love Connect 4. How big is this? I've seen.
It's about 2.5 or 3 feet wide by a couple of 3 feet tall.
The chip itself.
Oh, the life-size one you got
chips
there?
are like this freaking big.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some monstrosity one where you had like.
No, we don't have a place big enough for that, but that's actually on the horizon. It was actually, I think it was my daughter that came up to me. She said, Dad, we need to get chips that they got to use 2 hands to put in with. No one-handed chips.
That would be funny to have one that big. I think that'd be awesome. And then I don't know, you'd have to have like.
I hear that a lot.
You'd have to have like
must
stair
be nice
levels.
to have one that big.
I definitely hear that. Not. My thing is, I wish I had one that big. See, that's my thing, Bill. That's why
Connect 4 is, you can get big ones in Connect 4.
Well,
just making sure we clean that up in case we get.
Yeah. But see, the
No
thing
worse.
is, see that
You can say whatever the fuck you want on this radio show.
That's why I'm dating an Asian woman, dude. Because now I'm huge.
Oh, no, come on. I'm dating an Asian woman. That's not why. Believe me.
It means you got a small dick too.
No.
I have a joke for you.
Sorry,
so we were talking about jokes. Okay, just I'll do a quick one for you. So, Bill, what's the difference between pussy and parsley?
I don't know.
Nobody eats parsley.
Oh. So
see, this is a joke for you. Now you can say that to your customers.
So we've been having a little contest at our distillery on jokes. You got to tell a joke without using any profanity, but it's got to be funny. Do you know how fucking hard it is to tell a joke without any profanity?
Right.
On this show, Bill Cosby, it's very, very hard.
Yeah, but he was doing profanity in the background.
Yeah. He's doing all his dirty work back in the dressing room.
So, do you know what the Germans call it when they tie their Converse?
What?
Little Nazis. Ta-da! Not my joke. I'm just repeating.
No, there's some dirty ones that are way better than that one.
Oh yeah, we get all the jokes, especially because of our spirits.
Oh yeah, they start coming out once people start getting a little buzz going on.
Loosen the tongue. Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my God. Here's one of the people asked a question. He says, Seth Downer says, do all alcohols get better with age, or is there a prime ripe age for each?
Okay,
that's a good question.
So first of all, alcohol can only age if it's in a barrel. Once you take it out of the barrel and you put it in a bottle, you could keep it for 20 years. It's still going to be only whatever it was aged at.
Okay, but now as far as aging in that barrel.
Now, that depends because there's some things depending on the flavor profile that you want. Typically there's rules about what you have to call things. Like for instance, straight bourbon's a minimum of 2 years. There's rules about how you have to do stuff, and then after that, then it gets involved into the type of botanicals. And I tell people, that not throwing people under the bus, but kind of I am. A lot of commercial places will tell you this many pounds of this plus this many pounds of that, cook for this long, will give you X. That's bullshit. Nature's perfect because nature is not perfect. For instance, if you took a cob of corn and you took 2 kernels side by side off of them and you analyze them, they will both not have the same amount of starch and protein because that's not how nature works.
Yep.
So now you take take that variable and you throw in wood. Well, what kind of wood is it? Is it trunk wood? Is it limb wood? Is it heartwood? Because they all have different types of sap, which is where your flavor's coming from. Then, when was it cut down? Winter, spring, summer, fall? Because that's going to determine the amount of sap. Was there a fire within the last 7 years? Then, after it was actually cut down and they made the staves and they did all that, was it seasoned? Was it naturally seasoned or put in an oven? How long was it seasoned? 12 months, 24 months. You get the idea? So when you start throwing all of those variables together in there, to say that it's this period of time, that's just bullshit. That's when people say, how long was it aged? I said, until it was done.
Interesting. I had no idea that, okay, obviously it's going to, if there was a fire within the last, say 5 years.
7.
It's going to
that's
7
actually
years.
7.
Now,
it affects,
that's weird.
It affects. So, you got to take all that stuff into consideration. So depending on the type of alcohol that you're making, there are certain flavor profiles that it necessarily has to be called whatever it is, right?
Right.
So, if you get cheap wood barrels, they may have to be in there for 15 years to get to that flavor. You do like I bought a 36-month naturally seasoned barrel one time. It cost me almost a freaking $1,000. But 2 years later, I had some of the best bourbon I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
So, you got to kind of give and take. It's kind of like, and you try to keep things the same flavor. You want to keep the same flavor profile. So you constantly keep a batch of your stuff that you keep adding to and taking from. That way, like if somebody gets the bourbon that you made 20 years ago and you match it to the bottle today, it's not going to taste the same. But over that period of time, no one noticed.
Right. So he says, he came back and says, so holding on to a bottle for 30 years won't greatly affect its quality, just the sentiment.
Yep, that's exactly correct.
Okay.
It won't do anything to it. It's going to, in 30 years, it'll taste exactly like it did the day that you bought it.
So drink it now.
That's what I say. I have a lot of really cool bottles. If you come to my bar in my house, I have a lot of really cool bottles, and people are like, oh my God, that's real expensive. I said, yeah, it was. They said, when are you going to drink it? I said, that fucking thing is empty. That's tea in there. I drank that shit a long time ago.
Right.
But the bottle's way cool.
Right?
Nice.
Because it's kind of like, I'm not going to, if I die tomorrow, I don't want that shit saved at my bar.
Right. Yeah, what the hell, man? I don't want everybody else to enjoy that shit.
People go, what do you drink it for? I say, well, it was a special occasion. It was Tuesday.
Right. Right. Well, which was like, the same thing that the special occasion they did with Vince would open up that bottle of tequila. He's just like going, you know what? It wasn't Christmas. It wasn't fucking New Year's. Yep. Nobody had a baby or nothing like that. It was like, you know what? It's a special occasion.
It was special because we were there.
Right.
What was that one? What was that one that your buddy brought in? That one tequila that we tried. That was really good. It was an expensive one we drank on the show.
That was the one that you had.
Mike brought it in.
The rose one or something.
So.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna bring a tequila to you guys from a family friend of mine down in Jalisco, Mexico.
But you don't make tequila.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. You got tequila has to be made in Jalisco, Mexico. Or
otherwise, you have to call it mezcal.
You can't. No, that's not true.
Oh, really?
No, you can only call it tequila if it's made in Jalisco, Mexico. It has to be 100% blue agave, blah, 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 right? There's about 37 to 39 different types of agave. Mezcal can also be made in Jalisco. It can be made in a lot of other places. It's just that they use different types of agave.
Oh, okay. Because I've had some really good mezcal before.
There's some very high-end mezcals. It depends on the type of fruit they're using. But typically, if it's not called tequila, it's called agave spirits.
Ah.
You know, like you don't have champagne in America, you have sparkling wine.
Yep.
Same thing, it's just got a different name. No, but I have a family, some people that I know that make a phenomenal tequila, the Gonzalez family. They have a Gonzalez Reposado and a Nejo.
Yes.
And it's real expensive if you go down there. It's like $12 a bottle. And I'll put that up against anybody's $200 bottle any day, any time of the week. So I'll bring some in for you guys here soon so you can taste the $12 bottle of tequila and tell me what you think.
Okay.
I'm down.
I'm down too.
Yeah.
Shoo, yeah, please do.
Yeah, because that's what Mike brought in was a reposado. I don't know. I can't think of the name of what it was, but
Yeah, that's the thing is that a lot of the major farms down there that are growing that because it's a certain altitude. I don't know if you guys have ever been down there right by the coast. So it's Guadalajara, Jalisco area there. It's a certain level, it's a certain moisture, it's a certain lot of stuff that grows that fruit. It's like a pineapple really well. And a lot of people don't know how hard it is. Tequila is a hard alcohol to make. It's not like bourbon or wine or beer or anything else. You know, I mean, you know, there's some technique to it, but tequila's the shit. I mean, first of all, that fruit only those plants only fruit once every 7 to 10 or 11 years. So you plant this freaking agave, you're not going to get any fruit for 7 to 10 years.
I did not know that.
Yes, so you have to have, like a friend of mine has a farm down there. He's got 3 million plants in a variety of stages of growth so that they can constantly be making tequila.
That's a lot of farming, man.
I thought they
Holy
had to
shit.
take the core of the plant.
It's actually they take the fruit, they cut the fruit out. It's kind of like a pineapple. It's very very similar to a pineapple, but it's got a really hard barky exterior on it.
Yeah.
They cut that, then they have to cook it. They have to extrude that stuff off of it. They put it in these ovens. Typically, they're underground. Most of the people that do things the old way with tequila up there. When I went up there and learned how to make tequila, I was like, really serious. I'm still seriously impressed. You can tell.
You're just like, that's too much work.
Tequila is like no shit. You got to know what you're doing. You know, I've met a lot of local distillery kind of people that say, well, I'm going to get some agave nectar and I'm going to make agave spirits. Like, yeah, no, not so much. There's a lot more to it than just having yeast eat it and turn it into something and put it in a bottle.
Right.
Tequila,
And being consistent.
well, and that's the thing too. It's like I've met people where it's like, hey man, I've got these 150 plants. They're ready to go. Do you want to make agave spirits? I'm like, yeah, I do, but no. No, because if I do that and I make this run, I'm not going to have any more plants. And he's not going to have any more plants for a decade. So, you know, you got to find the farm that can keep you with the adults and the teenagers and the pups and the children. So there's a constant growth every year that they're farming.
See, I never knew that. I didn't know that the plant had to mature that long.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. That's what I'm saying. That's why
That's
tequila,
interesting.
That's why really good tequilas are really freaking expensive.
You know, and it's see, I love this because basically, I mean, I'm 50 fucking years old, and I've been drinking, I mean, for a long time, and I've never broken down. I mean, dude, you want to get drunk? You want to get a good buzz? Just go down to the liquor store. You get a bottle, you drink it, you get a buzz, you get laid. Whatever you do, you pass out. Your buddy passes out. You mark him up with a magic marker. You know, tonight is really education. I'm serious. It's breaking the whole thing down. Like now, I have this more of appreciation for really good alcohol, and it's just like, oh wow, you know, I mean, what is this right here?
Okay, so this is Nimble Nectar. It's a husband and wife down in Temecula, Jason and Julie. They came to us about 3 years ago and asked us if anybody made high-end mixes for high-end alcohol, and I said no. And there was people in the tasting room at the time, and they went, oh, yeah, they do. You can go down to Bevmo, and I said, okay, first of all, if it comes in a can or a bottle, it's not high-end.
It's shit. It's
right. So
right.
Typically, when you think about that, you think about a 5-diamond or a 4-diamond resort. Not stars, but diamonds. You get the idea? And when you go into there, first of all, the bar doesn't look like a bar. Behind the bar, it looks like the fucking Spaceship Enterprise. They got fresh fruit back there. They don't even grow in America. You know, it gets Scotty zipped in there, right? And they don't have a bartender; they have a mixologist or a couture, right?
Fancy.
And when you order a drink, when you order a drink, this guy or this girl, they throw the bottles in the air. They do all this stuff, and they shove this drink to you that's gorgeous and beautiful. It smells good. It tastes good. But not only do you not know what's in it, there's no way you can make it. And if you come back tomorrow and it's a different bartender, it won't taste the same. So I said, if you can give us fresh, natural, really good, high-end mixes so that people can come into our place and I can show them right here how to make this drink, that's money. Because if I go to some, and it's all, remember I told you rules about Bill, it's all about Bill.
Right.
So Bill goes some places, he sees something that's really cool and great and it's expensive or whatever. I'm not going to buy it if I don't know what to do with it. I'm not going to,
Makes sense.
You can make me a phenomenal drink with that, but if I can't do it, I'm not going to buy it.
Right.
So if I can show you how to make these drinks in a couple of minutes, and you can make them over and over and over again, and you can leave right now and go home and make them, for me, that's money. So they started making these drinks. These are all natural, fresh fruit. If you look on the back, the ingredients are the same. It's whatever fruit the juice is made out of, some water and cane sugar for killing the acidity and the tartness. That's it. It's got expiration dates on it. People come in all the time and go, "Oh my God, what is that?" I was like, "It's fruit juice."
Yeah, the first time I saw them was in Costco.
Yeah.
They were handing out samples, just without alcohol, but just like.
They're the American epitome of family. They're gorgeous and beautiful. I hate them, but no, they're a perfect family. But they're really good people. They're actually all the way into Texas now, so I'm really happy for them. They've come a long way in the last couple of years, and that's a good thing. And they're also local. So we support local as much as we can, especially when somebody that can do something like that.
Right. Well, just like we support local bands. That's one of the things of the Zig Zone is that we thrive on making sure that the local bands get some notoriety. And just like and the distillers now. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, I'm going down to Temecula. We are going to be playing some Jenga.
Well, you need to come down and just let us make some cocktails for you. And when you see the equipment, and because it's one thing to tell you, but when you see it, it's kind of like I tell people. I can show you pictures. I can show you pictures of Grand Canyon. And you don't realize
until
when you're there, you go, "Holy fuck, this is big."
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's the same thing. I got 350-gallon stainless steel, and copper stills, and it's like. You look at the pictures, it's like, oh, that's cool, man. That's good. But when you stand beside it, you got to look up at it like this motherfucking thing is giant.
Right.
And it changes. And then you see, because we're a working distillery, so a lot of people come up there for tastings and tours while we are cooking. We'll take them in the back. They'll see the shit getting made.
So now, me personally, when I'm working on a bike, it's very rare that I allow, people to come back. It might be like if I'm just at the end of the day, I'm there by myself, I got a customer. Yeah, come on back, keep me company, let's chit chat, But obviously there's an operation going on.
Well, there is.
So it doesn't affect, people doing.
No, not at all. Because those folks that are doing that and managing that, they're still doing that. There's someone else doing the tour. There's someone else telling you, here's what they're doing. Watch what they do. This is what they're doing. So you can see what they're doing in your tent. It feeds into the story really well. Because now you're seeing how they do that. You're seeing how they're tasting.
And understanding at the same time.
Yes. And I think a lot of people enjoy it, just like you said earlier. They've never known, they've never been told. Nobody's ever said this is the way it's supposed to be. You just go to the store and buy the cheapest one because that's the cheapest one. You put a lot of shit in it and it's good. You get drunk, you get fucked up, you may get laid, man, and you feel like shit the next morning and you just move on.
Right. And we were talking about, like, for instance, like the sugar. You said you only use a certain type of sugar.
We only use sugar cane, period, pure. That's all we do. We're in the process of finding another one now because our manufacturer is going to not be doing it soon. There was us and one other distillery in the United States that used that sugar cane. The only two that were allowed ever.
Really?
And the other one that used it is actually in Maui, Hawaii. We're the only distillery in the United States outside of Maui, Hawaii that was allowed to use that.
And so now you have to go to Hawaii and.
No, we've been there. We've gone. I've talked. There's nothing we can do. We're actually working with a company out of Brazil. They've got some really good sugar cane down there. And another company out of South Carolina. That's where, like, the Bacardis, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Bacardi family. They're old school. It's funny because I talk to people. There's so many people that don't know Bacardi is an American company. They think it's from like an island or something. Like, No, it was born and raised in South Carolina.
See,
Before Prohibition, during Prohibition, after, that's their corporate headquarters. This is in South Carolina.
I thought Bacardi was a European.
Oh, no. That's an American company. Always has been.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Their
because they
corporate-
marketed like their Prohibition years. Isn't
They're-
there a
they're-
symbol about that or something?
Yeah, their corporate headquarters is South Carolina. They have 4 other plants around the world. Hey, guys, you got fucking owe me because I'm giving you a plug.
Right? Right?
They actually have 4 other plants around the world. The one in South Carolina is the smallest one. But a lot of people don't realize, they did that because of the rum, okay? And a lot of people don't know what rum's. Rum's made out of backstrap molasses. Backstrap molasses is a byproduct of making sugar with sugarcane. So if you've got really good sugarcane growing someplace, you're going to get really good backstrap molasses so you can make really good rum. Ergo, they're in South Carolina.
Interesting.
You got to think back in the old days. They had all the riverways and stuff for the pirates to come in. There's a lot of history and places like that people overlook and don't even think about.
Seth says you change it to Muricardi.
Right?
Americardi.
Muricardi. That's right, damn it.
Fucking guy. For America. That's fucking guy.
Have you ever played around with making rums too?
Actually, we have some that's aging, and some people have actually had an opportunity. Did you taste that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it should be ready. Hopefully, it's been for a couple years aging.
I will be asking about that when I'm back
I know. So, Bill, when that gets opened up, I'm gonna give you my fucking cell phone number, Dad, and put me on speed dial, dude. Take a second. Just want to let you know.
So what's
I
gonna
don't give
happen
a hell what's going on.
That's up combined because our family's been making alcohol for a long time, but we've never made rum. So this is a project that my son and my daughter did together. They said, "Hey, we want to do this." I said, "That's fine." I can't tell you the right or wrong things about making rum because I've never done that. But it's really freaking good. As a matter of fact, before we put it into barrel to age it, we were doing tasting panels and focus groups. And people are like, "Oh, Jesus, you could put that in a bottle right now." I'm like, no. Do you think it's good now? You need to wait.
Okay, so here's a good question for you. Now, do you do like those like blind tests where
Absolutely.
like, okay, yeah, here you go. Here's 3 glasses, in front of you. We need you to taste this and let us know which one that you think is the best.
We absolutely do that, but we can only do that with the products that we make. Because there's a federal law that says I am not allowed to do taste tests against any of my competitors.
But even if they don't know?
No, it's against the law.
Really? Wow.
Dude, if I could do
that, man.
I would even have an office. I'd have marching bands and the balloons and those car light things down at the corner, and I have everything laid out. Hey, come on, have a taste.
Right?
There's you taste them, and there's the prices as well. Which one do you like?
Right.
It'd be simple for me.
Yeah, they used to do it that way.
Yeah, they
Remember
made
the Pepsi
that,
challenge?
Yeah,
They would always
the
put it up
Pepsi
against
challenge.
Coke.
Yeah, but you got to understand that. So the big distilleries, right? So a lot of people don't understand how much money there is in distilled spirits, right? You got to in the year 2000, there are only 24 distilleries in this country. Now there's probably 1,200, maybe.
Nice.
Right? And if you took all the beer and wine and added it together, that doesn't equal 1/3 of the amount of money in distilled spirits. Not even close.
Wow.
So, small, tiny group, lots of money. They saw how the boutique wineries did. They're watching the craft breweries. We're next.
Yep.
Everything they can possibly do to prevent us from being successful, they're doing.
Ouch.
Oh, dude, you should see us trying to get in liquor stores, okay? They actually pay chains, box stores for the top shelf. So my product,
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see that? Ergo, that top shelf fucking tequila you brought in. The JJ brought some. Oh, we took a shot. The fucking brewery shot. We're like going.
Actually, I didn't say it was top shelf.
no.
It was the score. You know how
No.
they have those little scorecards
No.
and taste tests?
No.
It was
JJ.
next to top shelf.
No.
It was the second.
No.
Second from the
The
top.
JJ. No. Here's what
You
happened.
still like the Corralejo.
Here's what happened, Bill.
That's
More like
okay?
Bendejo.
What we do is our thing is tequila. Okay,
Right.
so
Right.
it's like so we're gonna take shots throughout,
Right,
throughout
right,
the fucking
right.
show. That's
They
just
only
what
drink
we've done.
Blanco.
We've done that since for who knows fucking how long, right? So the JJ brings in this tequila, right? It's his turn because we take turns. Oh my. Oh, no, whatever. So it's the JJ's turn.
He's
So he brings in this tequila, right? We take a shot. And
It was pretty harsh.
the very first thing that me and Scott go, oh my God, what the fuck is that? It's like gasoline, dude. He's like, and the first thing I was like, dude, it was top shelf. No, just because it was on the top shelf does not mean it was top shelf.
A lot of people don't realize. So you got to understand something, that we're actually a craft distillery. We actually get the grains delivered. We go from the grain to the bottle. We do everything. But the majority of the distilleries in this country, the majority of the companies that say distillery, when I say majority, I mean 70 or 80%, are what we call rectifiers. It's against the law for them to make alcohol. They buy alcohol from people like us, and they put colorings and flavorings in it, and they put their label on it.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck, you got to be kidding me.
No, so you read the label.
Hey,
the label.
Hey, hang on 1 second, Bill. I'm going to plug this one for you. Okay, so now, this is
Bourbon.
the bourbon whiskey. Okay. And now, mind you,
You cannot find this right now.
and yeah, you can't get it right.
It's another month or two or
Yeah.
something like that.
But now, mind you, it's very rare that you would see someone actually sit there and put it and let it sit and float on their tongue. And I'm one that will not do that. But watch this. Oh my God. You've got to be fucking shitting me, dude. It's not real. I mean, am I in like some kind of fucking Disneyland dream or something like this, you know? That is absolutely phenomenal whiskey.
Thank you.
Phenomenal bourbon. Oh my God. I would not do that. I cannot. I have 15 years. Haven't been able to do that. Oh my goodness. And actually before that, it was always just take a quick swig and.
Well, that's the one thing that you see the good guys do the shots or whatever, or girls or whoever, and most of the time they drink like whiskey or some hard
Wild turkey
liquor. Yeah, that
Gobble,
shit. You're
gobble,
just
gobble,
like
gobble.
dying afterwards.
I've never had a shot of wild turkey where it didn't like almost make me puke.
Oh, right. Well, or it's like this.
Maybe a little bit comes up and then you
how
swallow
works.
it back down.
But mine is empty. But it's you know, it's that. This is not that. This is like. Ooh.
That's something that you put in
my
a glass with
goodness.
ice, or they make a great old fashioned down there too.
Yeah.
Which they told me some big story about the old fashions, how they were made and all that.
Yeah, old fashions were originally created in 1400s, and they were made for gin. A lot of people don't know that.
Nice.
In
did not know that.
In 1881, a guy named, you can look this all up, a guy named Colonel James Pepper, he's given the attaboy for actually creating a old fashioned with bourbon, because he didn't have any gin. So our old fashioned that we make, we use his recipe. There is no cherries or oranges or any of that kind of crap. Could you imagine in the 1800s if you'd have walked into a bar and said, I'll have an old fashioned with maraschino cherries and a slice of orange?
Oh shit! You shot. What?
Get that faggot out of here.
Just saying. So it's simple. It's just Angostura bitters, really good bourbon, and a little zest of lemon on the lip and put in there, and it's really good.
Yeah, no, I mean their whiskey is just good by itself, but in an old fashioned like that, it's really, really
But see,
good.
an old fashioned is technically designed to enhance the flavor of the bourbon, not hide it.
Right.
So you got to consider. So that all started after Prohibition, you know. So Prohibition ended in 1933. The maraschino cherry orange old fashioned started in the late 30s, early 40s, because they were still having to get alcohol from outside the country because we still weren't producing enough for all the masses because we made it legal. Because they weren't getting the volume, they were adding all kind of shit to the alcohol to make more. So they started putting cherries and sugar and freaking oranges in it to hide the flavor.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
That is so interesting.
You'd be surprised how much alcohol has affected this country. I tell people, you know, you gotta think that Joe Kennedy, so that was President Kennedy's father, made his money in illegal liquor. I don't know if you know that.
Did not know that.
Yeah, still to this day, I think it's Cuddy Sark, and there's a couple other ones. Every bottle imported into this company, that family still gets a piece of.
Nice.
Always
Wow.
has been. So when he was running for president, that's one of the things. That's one of the reasons they had so many problems. Is he was one of the second or third president in this country elected that didn't owe anybody anything. Ergo, he could take out the mob. He could stop doing that stuff because he didn't owe anybody anything. And so him and his brother all got killed.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Saying. But yeah, so Joe is the one that paid for that election, and that's what got him elected. You know, just like a lot of people don't know, like in Atlantic City. You know, Atlantic City's been around for a long time. If you've ever been to Atlantic City, there's a big giant elephant there. It's part of it's part of Atlantic City. You see this big old giant freaking elephant thing that's been there forever. Well, apparently back during Prohibition, at any given day of the week, you'd have 200 or 300 ships sitting off the coast of Atlantic City from Spain and France and Portugal. And they're waiting so they could smuggle in alcohol. So what they would do is they would go inside this elephant. They would use different color lights. Green lights on the eyes meant you could come in. Red lights in the eyes meant no, don't come in.
Nice.
Oh, what?
And there was actually a math professor, and I forget his name, and one of his students that got hired because the mob in the day, they were doing all kind of secret codes and stuff to give people so they would know when they could come ashore and where to come ashore to drop off the illegal alcohol. This guy and his student, a female student, actually broke that code, which is what helped the Federals capture so much of the illegal alcohol coming into the U.S. What a lot of people
Narc.
what a lot of people don't know though is that in World War II, I don't know if you remember the code that got broken, the Japanese code that got broken. It was a guy that used to be a math professor that was married to a student that he used to have. That actually worked on. They were the ones that created the program that cracked the code for the mafia. They're the ones that cracked the code on the Japanese and the Germans.
You're like a
nice.
goddamn history professor.
So again, there's a lot of alcohol saved America. Damn it!
Right? Right? Yeah, he'd be a great guest on at some like university, history fucking shit. Be like on what?
As long as we can drink, it's gonna be fine.
That's how I was hoping that Drew would be here so he could just talk and let Drew make the drinks.
That's typically how it rolls.
Yeah.
Drew is the guy that makes all the really cool drinks, and they just look at me and say, "Can you tell a story?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so the idea is, you have to figure out which ones are true and which ones are not.
Yeah.
Right. Am I bullshitting you or am I not?
Am I not?
Right. That's fucking funny, man.
Yep.
Well, we have so much fun, and we got people like Scott and everybody.
We have a
comes in.
blast in there. Every time we go in there, it's always a good time. No drama, no bullshit, no idiots. If idiots come in, they'll get thrown out.
I mean, how did you find out about California?
Actually, Tiff told me about it because I was talking about the other one in Redlands that Jimbo is friends with, and we've been down there several times, but this one was closer to home, so we went and we're like, we got to try it out, and it's like right next to our work too, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, she literally walks by every day on her lunch break for a break. When I come in,
Hey,
she's
how
like,
you doing?
Stop! Don't do that to me.
So now there we go. See, now we know what Tiff does on her lunch break.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Yep. But yeah, she looked it up and said, "Let's go and try it out." And we went there, and then my buddy Keith was there the first time we went there, and I've known this guy since high school, and he's been a long time member since he first started. And he's like, "God, do you guys know each other?" It's just, I don't know, weird shit happens for a reason. That's what I'm always like, kind of freaks you out.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chris Walsh, he's another instructor, motorcycle safety. I don't know if you knew that also. I'm also a motorcycle safety instructor, which, yes, I do have a DD. Everybody knows that. I want to make sure I reintroduce that. He says, what a cool guy. Need to hang out with him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a group of us together. We're going to go down.
Oh, absolutely.
And just like hang out.
Yeah, let me know what day, and we'll meet you there.
Well, winter's coming up, so the motorcycle training. I work 7 days a week, Bill. because one of the things that I love to do is I love to educate new riders.
Yep.
And that's being in the motorcycle industry, I've been doing for 35 years, I want to make sure that the rider that gets out there is going to be educated. So that's why I do that. It's like on the weekend.
Bro.
If I don't work, I've been doing it for 17 years. If I don't work on the weekend, and I feel like I'm not doing my motorcycle family justice, you know what I mean? So it's like really weird. But during the winter, it does slow down. So there's some dry weekends, and I'm going to get something together. And so I will get a group together. I'm going to make sure that we exchange quick speed dial numbers, and I'm going to get a group down there.
Please do. We'll have a blast, because what we can do is we'll set it up as a private little event. We'll get some food, fire up the barbecue, see what kind of trouble we can get everybody in.
Well, and not only that, Bill, is that what's awesome is because you're also a rider.
Oh yeah, well, I was just going to say that it was really funny because I took the California motorcycle safety course as well. I had a motorcycle license before I had a car license, because in Texas back a couple of days ago, you could get your motorcycle license at the age of 15, but you had to be 16 to get a car license. So I was 15 years old. I was riding all over the state legally.
Oh, nice.
So
I had mine at 15 and a half, yeah.
So I've been riding a motorcycle my whole freaking life. I mean, I think I got my first Enduro 70 or 60 when I was about freaking 10 years old or 12 years old. So I've been doing that shit my whole life. And so I'm living in California now, and I'm still riding. I'm doing my thing. And somebody said, hey, dude, you should take that safety course. I'm like, really? Really? I should take a safety course? Seriously? He could be my son. He's going to teach me what?
Right.
Anyway, so another guy I was talking to said, it'll reduce your, because the insurance company I had at the time was Geico, I think. It would reduce my insurance if I had the motorcycle safety course. No shit. Well, it's just a weekend or two, and it's only a couple $100. So I went and took the course. I tell my children all were required to take that course as soon as they turned of age. I learned so much, and I say this to any riders out there that think they've been riding for a long time and they fucking know everything, because I thought I fucking knew everything too. I still think I know everything, but I can learn shit.
Right.
It wasn't so much maybe that I learned something as much as things that were obvious were pointed out to me that I never thought about.
Like a few bad habits.
Lots of bad habits.
Yeah.
Lots of things that you kind of go, you're yelling at dude in freaking cage, but you were the one that didn't let him know.
Right. Right.
So for that alone, I praised, and it's funny because it was a CHP program that started that.
Yes.
And so I just think that it's a really good program. I don't think that anyone, I don't care how old you are or whatever, go and see him. He's probably the greatest guy. I've never taken the course, but I'm sure he does a great job, and if he drinks my liquor, he's got to be a good guy.
Chris chimed back, said, hell yeah. So he's in. And Chris just went to Ireland to watch the Isle of Man.
Really?
Yes, he brought me back a hat, dude, and I wore it. He was on the show about a month and a half ago, right? And he brought me back a hat from Isle of Man. I wore it. It's the only time I said I'm only going to wear it once, and I'm going to wear it on the show when you're here, and at that I'm going to have it cased. So I haven't dropped it off at Michael's yet, but I'm going to have it cased so that way it just goes up on the wall. But I go, well, just wear it. No, I'm not going to wear it. What do you mean I'm going to wear this hat? This is like, you can't buy it. This is not like an Isle of Man hat you buy at like, AM/PM or something, hanging on the wall like a Cowboys hat. You know what I mean? What the hell? Or as Bernard would say, the cowgirls.
No, I say that too.
Oh, we don't care about fucking you.
Yeah.
See, Bernard has the sports show on Sunday. Hey, Bernard, plug your show.
You need a mic back there, guy.
He's so into his phone. He's
got all the mics out here.
I got it right now. No, we do a sports show every Sunday night, 6 to 8 p.m., Kaotic Sports, where me and my friends who know absolutely nothing about sports just try to talk about it, and we have a great time yelling at each other. It's good times.
Nice.
There you go.
Real good times.
Oh, sounds like something I need to call in on.
And he was really stoked to see the Cowboys win against
Cowgirls.
New York.
Let's get it right.
Yeah, no, I was not. like I told Zig earlier, I'm a little ashamed of myself. I put down 2 bets this year in sports. The first bet is for the Giants over.
You bet on Opie?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
But it's a five game over. It's a 5 game. No,
I don't
dude,
care.
6.
No,
but they were injured. They had too many injuries last year. Saquon Barkley's supposed to be the next coming or whatever. But I'm hoping.
No, I saw that coming. I mean, I knew Zig was going to be happy with that game because I saw it. And I can't stand the Giants. So I'm like, they're going to win that one. And they did.
Yeah, I think they. So, and my other one I bet the Raiders under this year.
Thank you.
And as a Raider fan, I feel pretty bad about it.
Oh.
So, but I figure it's easy money. So, more beer for me.
Yeah.
Right?
And I was on Gaslamp watching the game and watched one of the guys that worked at the bar, and he was like, yeah, just like a typical Raider fan, you know, the loudest one in the bar. And when they lost, he's just like quiet as shit. It was like, yeah, that shut your ass up, didn't it, motherfucker?
Well, here's the worst part about it. I'm a Clipper fan, diehard.
Oh, I'm a Laker fan. Sorry.
I've been a Clipper fan for 20 years. So we had Olu Candy. So I'm used to losing. But the Raiders are finding new ways how to lose. That was kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie. I mean, why not wait till the last 30 seconds of the game to just fuck it up? It's great, guys. So, yeah, that's basically what we do Sunday nights. We sit there, talk a lot of junk about sports, and pretend we know what we're talking about and have a good time.
And
nice.
6 to 9 p.m. on Sundays?
6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m. on Sundays.
Yeah, but I'm looking for people to come in for a 8 to 9 p.m. show for fantasy football, if anybody's interested. So,
oh, there you go. Good one.
we need a fantasy football show really soon.
Especially right now,
Yeah.
means that it is football season. It's the beginning of the football season, and I'm just, I love football, and no, Dutchie, yours is football.
No, that's soccer.
I know.
Soccer moms and
Football.
soccer is
I will
lame.
say this,
Dutchie
though.
hates when I say that.
Soccer moms
I love that guy
are way
to death, but
cuter
he hates
than
when I say
football
that.
moms.
Oh, whatever. I don't give a shit. I mean,
He's gay.
no, they're not. You're actually wrong.
Saying.
Look at this guy.
I've seen soccer moms
Look
and
at
I've
this
seen
guy.
football fans, and yeah, no, the girls that like football are way better looking than soccer moms. Sorry, just gotta say. he's like rolling his eyes, but I don't know what age
really?
limit you're looking at here.
So I've been married for a long time. So I don't know what's right or wrong anymore.
Oh, okay.
In case my wife.
Oh, yeah.
In
Just
case my wife-
Disclaimer.
In case my wife's watching this.
Trust me.
Love you, babe. No,
you
kidding.
you definitely don't want to get yourself in trouble like I do every fucking Monday. You know, my girl gets pissed off. Actually, I don't think I pissed her off today.
We should play Hot for
Wow,
Teacher.
that's interesting.
For
Oh, we
teacher,
should-
yeah,
That's
way to go.
because, That's because it was only good alcohol today. It doesn't
Right.
piss off the ladies with good alcohol.
Right. Because I'm telling you, man, I always manage to say something, and then, of course, you want to assume a girl is like, oh, actually, she'll text me the next morning. Oh, you said blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Yes,
you said
I
you were gonna
did.
make her mojitos.
Yes, I did. But this one is like, I have a drink for you, sweetie. It's called a Mojito.
Yep. You're scoring points this time.
Oh, man. I'm telling
They make
you.
another one. What's the Cali one that you do? You call it Cali Mojito? What's that one?
Oh no, we call it the California Mule.
California Mule. Oh, okay. I thought you had another. You have several mojitos though there.
No, we just
What's in the California
No, you just
Mule?
had several mojitos.
No. I thought on the menu I saw another one that was made with a corn whiskey, or maybe.
no.
No.
The California.
Maybe I'm
Mule.
hitting a brick wall.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Drew changes the menu. So what I'm going to say is, I don't know. Drew changes the menu.
Yeah, he had a lot of new shit.
So he every time I come in, the menu changes, and they actually do little cheat sheets for me. Here, Bill, this is how you make these drinks.
Got
Because
it.
I came in one time, and some people ordered fuzzy freaking hairy something, and I was like, "What? We don't have that." They go, "Sure you do." I said, "No, we don't have to say it's on your menu." I said, "We have a menu."
Right?
Yeah, there was some.
I'm only the owner here.
There was some new
we have a
floofy
menu?
drinks that I saw in there.
Yeah, but Drew does a great job, and he makes good drinks. But so there may be, I don't know. I don't know about. I know that we do the California Mule, which is like the Moscow Mule, but we live in America here, so we make our American whiskey, corn whiskey.
Right? California Distillery whiskey.
Mule actually, it's really good. It's different. It's a. Well, we make a lot of cocktails with corn whiskey because a lot of people have never had it before. I mean, there's not a. I mean, prior to us coming in here, have you ever drank corn whiskey before?
So do you call it mule because it kicks you in the ass?
Well, yeah.
Well, it's 100 proof, so it's a little bit, more kick than the vodka.
But you can't tell by drinking it.
No,
Right.
not at all.
So that's what's the whole point, That's it's something you can actually enjoy.
So you put some ginger beer and stuff in there and make it pretty, and it's really good, and people drink a lot of it. I need
ginger beer.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I need to call Uber or Lyft because I can't go home.
What's that one that I always order? The one that has the muddled jalapeno in it. It's the
the sunburn. It used to be the
no.
sunburn. Now it's called the. Drew, help me out here, dude.
It's
You
the
listening?
well, it's the
God damn it,
whiskey.
Drew.
It's got the lime, and then it's got the muddled jalapeno. In
Yeah.
it. It's basically just that. But then if you add the triple sec, then it becomes that
Oh no! They make the,
Southern Roots
No, the Southern Roots.
Yeah.
But they're making the spicy margarita.
spicy margarita. But I just
Spicy
do it
margarita.
without the triple sec.
Yes.
So it's not as sweet.
Right.
So it's more,
It's more not sweet.
yeah. So really
Good
good
sweet.
though. It's nice and spicy and strong and really good. Yeah, Southern Roots with a
With a
Muddled
splash- with a
jalapeno in it.
Splash of jalapeno.
I'm looking at we're making a lot of people very thirsty right now, dude.
they make some
here's
amazing
the
drinks
thing.
there.
On my post, I says,
They have a good
I'm-
Greyhound there too.
on my post, I was like, and shit, man, it's like, hey, Drake, grab me another beer, please.
Praise.
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 What is praise?
I can make you
Pretty
another
praise.
drink if
What?
you want.
Oh wait, no, forget it, Drake. I thought you were done with it. Oh no,
Oh,
I'm gonna say
We should
no.
probably run a contest
What-
where we bring people down there with us.
What's
Oh,
that?
what a great idea!
What's
you know
that?
what? And we can do some discounts. We can do a contest, and we can get you guys some free tours and tastings that I can give to you. That you can have a contest to win, and they have to come with you, and their tour and tasting will be taken care of by you guys, but they got to roll down there with you.
There you go.
Do it. Dude,
You
we
guys,
That's all right.
I totally,
And the
I
best thing
totally
is they get to
missed
hang with us.
everything.
we're geniuses right now tonight because we're drinking.
Okay, all right, but JJ, I have no idea. I completely missed this, but JJ, that is your deal. So there you go.
I don't know how to do that, but okay.
I don't know what you.
We're on it.
I missed it. I just heard contest, and I'm like, what?
I was
Well,
saying we
I-
should do some sort of contest where the winners get to go down there with us.
And I said we'll just give you guys some.
right.
We can give you guys 2 or 3 or 4, for 2 couples, free tours and tastings that you can do your contest with, but they got to come down there with you. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
we could do that. You're not coming through there, Bernard. You're. It looks like you're eating a piece of corn.
Piece of corn.
It's. I
It's
swear.
because you have to hold
Hey,
it.
Dave!
There we go.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Now we got you.
You know what you should do for the contest is have everybody who shares your video get an entry, and then do a random for that. So everybody who shares your video or shares what you're doing will get an entry to try to win. Then you just pick a random number out of all those.
I like
out.
it. That is a great idea.
Making another drink.
I'm telling you. See?
I'd like a different.
You want to
There you go. On the Zig Zone, we're always
Something
thinking.
without
So
mints.
what we're gonna do is
Gotcha.
we're gonna put together this contest.
I got
We're
you.
gonna figure out everything, and we're gonna put together a contest. And I think we'll do it for the new year. So we'll give it a few months to marinate, and then people get in the
New Year's
competition.
New Year's a long time away. How about Halloween or Thanksgiving?
That's like
Why not both?
That's the-
Why not all three?
I'm booked. I'm booked completely solid up until December.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to being around famous people.
Oh no, I teach.
what is that?
We just went over this conversation, Bill.
That's vodka
I teach, but
Lime
and sweet
I
tea.
think
Dang.
that would be great.
good, huh?
Something to kick off the new year.
Yeah,
we're gonna
whatever we
put
can
our
do.
heads together.
Whatever
Because
we
you're not, Bill. You're not going anywhere. The California Shiller Race is only gonna. We're only going up from here, and because I'm gonna make sure of that. Because all I know is that that's where I'm getting my boost from. Once you've had this, I guarantee you are not going to be going and getting anything else. Belvedere, Sky, whatever it is when it comes to vodka. I'm a vodka guy, and yes, it's
Unless they want to overpay.
to die for. And get
These
less.
These drinks
and
only
get
have
less.
these drinks only have a little bit of alcohol in them.
Yes, and I'm feeling mighty good right now.
You know, that's funny because I've always thought like those really, really fancy vodkas aren't really that good. I just thought I was the only one. I was like, there has to be something better. So, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate
Oh yeah, we found Batur. We found the best.
Yeah, this is good.
Guaranteed. Oh my buddy
Like my
Brian,
friend, my
another guy
friends,
from
we were
high
in
school is
we were in
chiming
Gaslamp over the weekend, and my friend's wife, she drinks nothing but Tito's vodka, and it's like
I'm sorry.
she hasn't tried.
Oh,
she hasn't not tried this. No, she actually has.
That's
but
a different
They
drink.
don't have it,
Is it?
in
Yes.
the bars down there.
It's made out of vodka, so try it.
Okay, hey, go ahead.
That's
I'm gonna
another
let you finish.
dangerous. But yeah, no, they've been actually they were in the distillery, Danny and Holly.
Oh, okay.
They came in there, but we were hanging with them in Gaslamp yesterday and just bar hopping and chilling and.
Well, you know, the thing
but they
is-
don't have it down there.
Well, the other thing is, yeah. Well, we were in a couple places, but not in most of the places in Gaston.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But
Man.
to have that Tito's instead of this is like
Is that
yeah,
refreshing or
night and
what?
day.
Oh my God, this is like it's
It's kind of like a.
it's something you
Arnold
would sit
Palmer.
on the front porch on a hot summer fucking day, fanny with a hound dog
Arnold,
at your feet.
Arnold Palmer
Hound dog.
on
Yeah.
steroids.
You know what I mean?
come
Yeah, like on Dukes of Hazzard.
I have never
Like
fanned a
Hound
hound
No,
dog.
it is-
Iron dog.
I don't want to fan. I don't want to fan a hound dog.
It's like a southern tea. That's what I had a drink similar to.
But it's not even whiskey. It's just vodka.
No, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. This reminds me of something I had that was called a southern tea, and it was very, very, very good. It's
pretty
And I
close.
had it in Texas.
That's where I'm from, Texas, and that's pretty close. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
because I have a buddy of mine, Dave.
Eeny,
Look it up.
meeny.
Right, Jim Lenny. He's into oil, Earl.
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 And yeah, he's just outside of Fort Worth, and a good friend of mine. And I got some other friends in Lubbock also. But yeah, I had something. It was called a Southern tea. That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, it's just sweet tea, the vodka, and a little bit of that lime nimble nectar.
Oh my God! Holy
like a
shit! Yeah,
tongue
if
twister.
if I had my way, Bill, dude, if it wasn't my show's only being 2 hours and it's almost over, I'd be like, oh, let's just keep on just doing this all night, and my shop will be. Say, what's that, Bernard? Oh, okay, Bill, Bernard. Thanks again, brother.
Thank you, guys.
See ya.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, it's fun because I like to make
So-
good drinks for people because it matters.
So if the owner's gone, are we going to keep on going?
Oh, see the owner?
Did we start the show
Yes.
like
Yeah,
a
'cause it's-
timer?
Actually, no, because it does kind of click off. At a
But I mean,
certain
we
time,
could go a
but,
little
you
bit
know,
longer. It just it
we
won't be
could.
on.
Well, we
did-
started it at
we did start
7:03.
late. We started late.
Yeah, we can go a little later. I mean, it won't be on the. It cuts off it automatically at one point, right?
Oh, I wish you feeling you can do it. I
Do you want to try one of these?
Oh, no, thanks.
am.
Oh, you got it, 'cause you got- yeah.
I am like in heaven, man. I swear to God, dude. This is like. Okay, if there was a heaven for people who like to indulge, I'm there right now. Just saying.
That's heaven.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Isn't
sure
it?
he's right about that.
Yes.
Crap. It better be.
And you know what? And I'm you know the only thing that would really top this off right now, man, is like I think with this drink right here would be some some fried chicken, but like just the wing.
Fried
And,
chicken?
yeah. Hang on.
What's wrong with fried
Hey,
chicken?
look
I
at
don't
him.
like
Look at
fried
him.
chicken.
What?
What? Yeah,
Un-American.
But with the Cajun with the Cajun
Cayenne,
bread.
some cayenne on there.
Tell me, come on, see Bill.
Cayenne.
Bill,
See,
we
I'm
are
just- I'm
on the
just saying.
same goddamn page.
So
I'm
straight
telling
up,
ya.
there's really not anywhere around here that I'm aware of that does really good fried chicken like
No.
that.
No,
I
I'm sorry, no.
yeah, you can go to places that say, yeah, we have fried chicken and mashed potatoes and we do that. No, I'm talking about like that does fried chicken. Like
Right.
That's there used to be. I was funny because I was up in Northern California a while ago, and there was a brewery. That was interesting.
That's Dylan.
There was a
Drake.
brewery up there, and they
Drake,
had changed the laws that said, people can't do certain things unless there was food. So what they did is they brought in some fryers, and all they made was fried chicken.
Oh, at your distillery.
No, this was at a brewery. That
Oh,
I
okay.
met up at, and you could get beer, but the food was fried chicken. And they would actually bring it to you like a newspaper.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
And it
yeah.
was, and they had like hot sauce and stuff on the bar, and that was it. I mean, and you could just sit there and peel chicken and use hot sauce like ketchup. It was amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's good for drinks like that.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm hungry now.
See? I know.
You ain't finding no
Ah.
fried
If it's
chicken.
good and it's
I
not
know.
greasy as shit, I'm down.
But see, really good fried chicken is not greasy.
Okay.
I'm
No.
gonna tell
That's
you,
what I'm saying.
people that can fry chicken, that's an art. If you can be a really good chef and you suck at frying chicken if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's the stuff, because if it's done, it's crispy on the outside, it's completely cooked, so there's no red part when you get close to the bone, and it's juicy.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, Bill. I'm from South LA, and so when
So you're from the South too.
Yeah, pretty much. But I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, and there were, it was always the grandmas, that were always in the kitchen cooking. I swear to God, you could smell that shit down the street. And when you were eating, and like you said, it wasn't greasy.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
And man, everything was crunchy. It had just flavor.
It was crisp and
taste.
flavor. It was good. That's just like one of the young guys we have working at part time at our place. His dad makes the best collard greens I've ever had in my life.
Oh, is that what's his name?
man.
Kim, Big
Oh,
Kim, Little
Jesus.
Kim. Yeah, Little Kim. That's the kid that works there.
The black guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, he's cool.
His dad, dude. His dad can freaking put some collard greens
Oh
on.
man, give me some of
And,
that.
I'm telling you,
cornbread.
and I come from the South, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a shout out to you, dude, and I'm not taking anything back. Yeah, he's a really good guy, but he can do fried chicken, and he can. So for me, when I get invited to their place for barbecue, it's not really a barbecue because we're gonna have fried chicken and collard greens.
Oh man,
Fried chicken, collard greens, hush puppies.
right? Some cornbread.
People don't know what hush puppies are.
Oh, yeah, no. Hush puppies are not the stuff you get at like fucking Popeyes and shit like that.
No.
It's not hush puppies. I'm telling you.
No.
I can't even
Yeah.
eat there.
Oh, Popeyes.
Popeyes, no.
Yeah, it's greasy as shit, dude.
Greasy
you put
as
that
shit.
you put that on a napkin, dude. Within like 30
It's the
seconds.
same thing
that
with
napkin is
any of the
saturated.
fried chicken places.
Yeah.
It's like there's
Actually,
nobody.
you know who makes really good fried chicken that doesn't do that? Stater Brothers.
They do. They do. Drake, are we right? Hell yeah, dude.
Is that good?
We,
Dude, is this amazing?
Right?
We don't frickin' fried chicken.
we do that because that's where we go shopping for our groceries, and every single time we go, Drake gets his hot wings, and we get the fried chicken and the tater wedges, dude.
Well, they have
You can't
decent cuts
miss
of
it.
meat too at Staters. I mean, everywhere else I've been, it's like shit. That or Costco. Costco has good meat too.
The only problem is you got Costco lines at Costco.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
you know what? Their steaks, their tri-tip steaks there are
No,
amazing.
no. What you got to do, see, I figured this out. Just you can do the same thing at Stater Brothers. It's called Instacart.
What the
Instacart. It's an
Oh.
app, right? You fill it, you go in and put your shit. You tell them what you want, and somebody goes to that store and does all of your shopping for you, and then brings it to your house in bags and says, "Here you go." It costs
No.
you, yeah, it costs you like freaking $8 or $6 for them to do the fucking shopping. So, whatever you get is like the best of the best because they're shopping for that store.
Nice.
Really?
It's called Instacart. Swear to God, check it out. Costco, Stater Brothers, they'll do all. Well, for me to go to grocery stores, like I lost a bet. I lost a big bet.
Wow. That's
So they'll bring alcohol, they'll bring everything.
Really?
You go online, man. You just check what you want, and they'll get it. It's paid for, and they bring it to your house in bags, and bring it in the house, and take it into your kitchen.
And they get the primo stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Shit.
Like so if you say I want to get like 3 big tomatoes, right? The ones they bring to you are not squishy and soft and green. They're the really fucking good ones.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay. Can we get them to go by California Distillery?
Not yet. We're working on that. We haven't got the authority to do that yet, but we're working on it. And the reason why is because the state of California will only allow us to sell 3 bottles. Well, it's 2.25 liters, which is 3 750 milliliter bottles per day per person. We're working on it, but that's new because when we first started this, we weren't even allowed to do tastings in this state.
Jesus Christ! Do you need more than 3 bottles a day?
Well,
Just saying.
no, I got.
Well, what about
Make
people
make
wanna
a trip
stock
tomorrow.
Up? Well, what if you're gonna have a party? You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily need a keg today, but I can go to the brewery and get a keg for a party.
Well, the keg isn't going to have as
Right.
much alcohol as 3 bottles of your liquor.
A keg will have way more than 3 bottles of liquor.
Really?
Yeah, that's 200.
Well, an entire keg, yeah.
200.
Yeah, but you're not gonna drink an entire
15 gallons at, depending if it's an IPA at freaking 7-8%. That's a
Yeah.
lot of alcohol. Way more than this.
All right.
Or wine. I can get multiple cases of wine for a party or a wedding. I'm just saying, you're right.
Gotcha.
They don't, I agree, because it was the same thing when they first made the law. A lot of the distillers are complaining. I'm like, well, when you go to the liquor store, how many bottles of liquor do you typically buy?
Right.
If you buy 1, 2, 3, if I'm having a big party.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get this, but at the same time, I think that we shouldn't be ostracized because we're selling spirits. We should be able to do exactly what breweries and wineries can do. If they can have people come in there and drink all day, then we should be able to have people come in and drink all day.
Yes, I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I definitely agree. I can't, I can't see why you wouldn't be able to do that. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
That's old prohibition style laws that never got changed. And like I said, the big guys don't want to change because that's a lot of money.
Right. Right.
I mean, look at Jim Beam just sold a couple of years ago for $16 billion.
Sold?
Yeah,
To who?
To the Santori Corporation.
16 billion.
So it's not even going to be
No.
the same
It's
booze
not-
anymore. So
Well, it's the same booze. It's just owned by a Japanese corporation now. $16 billion. And I remember when
they're going to probably grade it.
I don't know. I don't really care. I don't drink Jim Beam.
Well,
So,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
neither do I. But
and
I'm just
I don't
saying.
drink any of that stuff that Jim Beam makes. Makers Mark. the rest of it.
you know what? I've drinking Jim Beam once, and it's really not that.
Oh, my
good.
buddy,
It's
Danny,
harsh.
the one that we went with, is a Makers. He's always getting Makers. I said, no, I'll do Jameson if I'm going to do whiskey. If they don't have something good, I'll do Jameson.
Yeah, Middleton's good. I like Middleton. Middleton Rare is a good whiskey. If you're out there, and a lot of people don't have that, but they'll have Middleton. But yeah, typically, it's funny because my son and I will go out to places out in town, and people see us drinking beer, and like, aren't you guys the whiskey guys? Like, yeah. Are you drinking beer? Let me explain this to you.
Right.
Let's say this bar has none of my alcohol on the shelf. You think there's something up there that I'm going to pay for?
Exactly. Da-dum-dum.
Now, let's say they do have all of my alcohol up there like they do. Do you think I'm going to pay retail price for my fucking alcohol?
Truth. Truth.
We drink beer.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that one.
One
it's
thing,
good.
one thing I would suggest that Jameson does is they're aging shit in beer barrels, like IPAs and stuff like that, just to get different flavors. And they have an IPA cask-made one that is just amazing tasting.
You haven't tasted our IPA whiskey that we try to get patented,
You
have
didn't
you?
fucking even give it to me, fucker. So
Yes, so we did a collaboration with one of the breweries. We were having a late night
Damn
meeting.
it.
We weren't.
I see how it is.
We were not drinking. Well, it's been in a barrel. It's still aging.
okay.
We tasted
I'll
it.
wait.
We tasted it a couple weeks ago. So we actually made what we're calling an IPA whiskey. We actually
Nice.
took IPA
Interesting.
beer, opened the kegs, let it go flat, and then we distilled it. It's fucking amazing.
Interesting.
So I was right.
It's amazing.
I was right.
And
Okay,
then we put it. And we
my
put
point
it.
was taken.
Then we put it in some whiskey barrels that we had. We've been aging it for a couple of years now.
Nice.
It's really good. We tried to get the patent on it. So we're trying to get it out.
Well, how did you not get a patent on that?
Because you can't get a patent. Because the fragrance of the objective is different. People that want to sell different.
Oh, kind of like Artisan was a patent sample.
But like what you said, it's like every barrel is going to be different anyway. So.
That's what we're trying to do now. Is trying to get the thing made so that it's called IPA whiskey. It must be made in Southern California. I understand that IPA was not invented in Southern California. IPA beer. But when you talk IPA beer, everybody instantly thinks of San Diego. Because that's where there's more freaking. There's more freaking breweries in San Diego than there are.
Oh, tell me
Starbucks.
about it.
So that's what people think. So we want to say, okay, that's fine. We can't have it, but we need to protect it as much as we can. If it's not made in Southern California, then you can't call it IPA whiskey.
Huh. Interesting.
It's really good because when you the first time I tasted it, I didn't know if I liked it or not. because I'd never tasted anything like that. My taste buds kind of went, ah! And I was like, for a second, and then kind of settled in a bit. Holy shit.
That's my favorite.
It's like the next
Other
level.
than your guys' whiskey, that's like my second favorite.
Wait, come back with this. This is like the next level of IQ.
I got a buddy that's a really big fan of that. I turned him on to that. I bought him a bottle. The Casamigos, it's an IPA. Yeah. But I bought a bottle for his dude, that's my favorite. Yeah, well, you haven't been to the facility.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm telling you what. I never would have thought that I could actually have such an education when it comes to alcohol. You know, the first thing you think about alcohol, party, but actually enjoying it. And I think I've just been brought, just like when you took the motorcycle course, I have just been brought on to a completely different level. But you know what? I really appreciate you, Bill, for coming on in. We are going to create a contest. We're going to do this. We're going to put it together, and I think it's a great sitting here. And when we do this, and we're going to put winner two from down, and my ride buddy, and you're just going to make sure that you ride with us together.
Absolutely.
Okay, very good.
And what we'll also do is we'll get some. We'll blast it on all of our stuff too, because we got social media. We got a lot of celebrity type folks that can make sure that people hear about this, that help support your show as well.
Very good. Okay, well, you know what? Thanks again, Bill.
Thanks for having us.
In.
Anytime. It was great. First time we ever done this. I was a little bit scared.
That's okay, man. But remember, California distilleries, I'm telling you, you got to look them up. You got to go out there. Temecula, they will be in Colton. And as soon as that is open up, I guarantee we will shout it out on the air to make sure that you can go to California Distilleries and get your bottle. So anyways, thanks for tuning in to the Zig Zone, chaoticradio.com. Remember, only the best on chaoticradio.com, and we will see you next week. Peace out, guys, and keep it metal. Nicely done.
Sir. Well done, sir.
Nicely done, man.
Well done, sir. So,